Well, hello everybody. In today's video, we'll be building out the perfect city. Now keep in mind, I did decorate this at the end. There is a lot of complexity here, but I'll be going step by step how to make a very efficient city where you can pay all of your taxes every single time. And I'll talk about some tips on how to utilize the terrain around you to the best of your advantage. Now, I did all of this in 100 days, and it is actually very easy. So if you like long form movies, think about subscribing. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subs. Let's get started. All right, we're going to start a brand new game with the colony of Tacticat. So I'm going to roll until I get the right whiskers that I like. Basically looking for 2 apprentice with good stats, like diligent. Yeah, I like this one because I have an apprentice who's really decent with the farming guild. A sickly apprentice, that's okay. Rebellious, compassionate, greedy, unsafe, worker, loner. We're just going to go with it. I've been rolling for too long. Okay, so like one big thing I want to talk about is upgrading your whiskers does not increase their productivity. That has been confirmed by the development team. So that was a misconception I had because it said that on the Wikipedia page. Second, if you mine down these areas flat and remove the rocks, they will eventually retain and return to their fertility values. So these areas right here, if you clean them of the trees and everything, you make them flat, they're perfect for agriculture. So what we're going to do is basically build all of our farming on a place like this. And look at this area over here. You got easy ground level mining, and you have this area in between where you can build quite a bit of housing. And then over here, you have tin ore. This is a really good spot to build. You have access to a lot of things. So that's something to take into consideration. You could start over here. You don't necessarily have to have giant areas that you can mine in, but they are advantageous. So we're going to place the dockland in a place that we don't plan on building too much. Right over here. We're going to receive our whiskers, bring in the whiskers ashore, and then our main warehouse. This is important. Eventually, we'll get better warehouses. I'm going to put it right here for now. We're going to build this up. Beautiful. Now we need to unload our first supply ship. And this is where the magic happens. So what we want to do is quickly get into resource extraction. So we're going to get an earthworks. Not an earthworks, sorry. We're going to get ourselves a mining camp and start preparing for our first taxes. Okay, right back here. And we need to get access to trees, berries, all that jazz. So again, we're going to get up a forager hut here and a woodcutter right here. We're going to get up a staircase, all this jazz right there for now. Let them get the building. Be sure to accept quests. So what I'm going to show you are a lot of the tricks that I was talking about. Like we can flatten all of this and farm a lot easier. We don't have to use stairs and all that. What's kind of cool too is the area that we flatten for agriculture. We can build houses and things above it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking is, you know, use our mining guys to quickly clear these areas. We're going to go into fishing as fast as possible. Whisker ship is here, so we're looking for more people. Now I like diligent the most. In the early stages of the game though, you need to, yeah, so I don't like my pace. Whiskers working at their own pace, don't like it. Don't like heavy eaters. Can't smell and snores is actually acceptable. And then we're going to refuse the rest. All right, so we're going to get 2 in the woodcutter. Chop priority just says which ones you want to chop first. We're going to put 2 in the forager hut. They'll automatically start foraging. You do not have to tell them what to do. It's just a priority function, just FYI. So we're going to put 1 more log here. So there's a lot of food over here. And then we're going to place 1, 2 right here. And we're immediately going to start. This one you actually have to do. We're going to start mining anything and everything that has value. We can pay our taxes to the max and get free technology. So you can see there's a lot of money just sitting right here. Mining is going to be one of the most lucrative things that you can do in the game in order to make a lot of money. So let's get a step here so we can go over this. There's a lot of early game money right here. So we're actually sitting pretty. We just need to let them do their thing. Also, we need to get houses up. So early game, I like to go for stone shelters just because they're easy. But this time, I'm actually going to do wood just because it's probably going to be a little bit easier for me to get wood than stone as kind of more focused on taxes. But we're only going to do it for like the first 5 houses. After that, everyone else is going to get stone. The first night is almost over. Already on a good start. Like I said, my plan is to come over here, start whittling it down so that it's all one row. There's not a whole lot to whittle here, as you can see. It's only 2 layers. So we can get this whole upper top. Oh, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. It's all going to be one giant tree area. They also patched it now. There's higher tier warehousing. Nice. We just completed a quest. We got a free whisker. That's good. We got 2 of them now. And we're actually going to get a second mining camp up. I think that getting into mining as quickly as possible is the most advantageous thing we can do. I'm going to put 2 people into woodcutting. All right, time to end the day. 29 influence. Very good. We want to get as many whiskers as possible that are of high quality. I've learned so much from my previous gameplay. This is going to be an incredibly dialed in city. Definitely going to be my best city ever. Looking forward to seeing what I can do here. They're making good work of the logs over there. We're getting a lot of good resources over here. So the tax collector is coming tomorrow, and what we need to do is just make sure we have as much material as possible. All right, supply ship is here. You can reject all this. There's a good reason to reject everything, but we do need the machinery. If you reject everything, you have less taxes, which makes it easier to overpay your taxes to get that first checkpoint. You can see, though, I think we have enough in storage to still do everything, and I really want that mechanic gear. The most important thing in the game, this right here, it is a fishing. So we're going to get a fishing dock right here. Really hold up. Get the fishing dock a little bit closer to storage. I think we're actually going to cancel the second mining camp from now just to focus them. It's also a good idea, in my opinion, to build out a storage shed in the starting area. Helps you speed up collection. So you can see just from the basic coal that we have that we're at 476 in our storage now. And look at all this area. So we're going to mine all this down. All of this up to the tippy. Maybe not crazy amounts of it, but a good portion of it we can mine down and get flat as an experiment. Or we could just come over here and do it first. It's going to require a lot. This is the problem. It's going to require a lot of work. We could easily harvest the areas here, and all we need is like a staircase or 2 to get up there. So not bad. You could technically mine this whole island down to the lowest level, which would be kind of cool to do. Maybe we should do that. I want to get as many of these people in houses as possible. Stone is honestly one of the fastest ways to do all this. So let's actually mine out some stone right here. And stone. That way we can get some stone houses up too. Now they won't get a bonus from having a good house, but they will stop getting the negative from being out on the streets. That's good. All right, day 3. Okay, so today we're getting a tax collector and a whisker ship. Perfect. We have enough food to feed us for several days. Getting up a storage shed. Okay, here's the whisker ship. So our goal right now is, honestly, give him all this, all the coal. We want to get the max. We want to get the jackpot. I'm going to give him just enough of everything. I think I'll give him the berries. Okay, there we go. So we just got the max. And we're going to get that fishing dock up over the berries here in a second. Okay, future taxes will be more. Whisker ship is here. We're going to take this guy. I stay away from perfectionists because basically they get a speed bonus, but they get -10 to production. Swift is good. Swift isn't bad. I'll take the Swifty. Rebellious. More likely to stay... they're more likely to be kind of a jerk. I'll take them. Just because we need it. Perfection. I stay away from them. Slow. So they have really slow walk speed. We actually don't want that. So this is how you do it. So we can re-roll. Okay, we're going to re-roll one more time. Okay, look at this. So we got mushrooms and slides. We're going to take it. Technology is much nicer in the beginning point of the game. And we're going to continue to mine these precious ores. Now we have 4 free. 3 of them are going to go into the fishing dock over here. So now we have a storage that we can place berries and wood. Don't have to walk all the way back. Got 2 houses up. We're going to get stone shelters up over here. How much stone we have? 8. Okay, so that's enough for 2 houses right there. Now we can get an apprentice in here, and we can start getting an enormous amount of food. Forger hut is good. This is good. I want to get... Oh, we don't have any other farmers. Okay. So, like I said, you will not get a production increase from whether or not they are a higher level apprentice or anything like that. It's simply from assigning people with this value right here, what guild they are. We'll give you that 50%, and then whatever foods you can give them. So that was a misconception that I had upon looking at the developer points and talking to other people. It really is that simple. And if you upgrade people to apprentice, they have higher needs. And if you don't meet them, you get less approval. So I was actually handicapping myself by upgrading so many people to apprentice who didn't need to be. So you really don't actually need to upgrade too many people. We have slides now. Slides are cool. You need copper bars. They're actually really neat. We're going to get fish coming in, so we're going to have food. We can now that we have lots of influence, we can also overtime. And our next goal is to get a secondary mining camp. So let's get the mining camp going. We lost 11 because so many people slept outside. Alright, we need to get these houses up faster. Stone shelter. So eventually I'm going to destroy a lot of these houses in favor of better ones. We are not going to refuse the pirates, because the pirates will start blowing everything up. Not fun. Okay, we have one free individual. I think we're going to put him in there. We need to get people mining as fast as possible. Oh, we need to get the houses built too. Meeting priorities. So you can still refuse this. I'm not going to, because I'm going to use this machinery to pay off the pirates that are about to hit us. And you can see simply by mining, I already have more than enough taxes. And this is what's incredible. If you just mine the early game resources, you can get so many free technologies. Look at them go. Yeah, they're doing great. Another cool thing too is when we do get the town hall, there used to be a policy where you get 1 wood per stump, but it only applied to these trees. Now it applies to the trees that you grow too. So that's going to be something that we utilize. But yeah, I want to get over... Look at all the trees over here. We definitely want to get over here as soon as possible to take these trees down. We don't need to grow our own trees, really, until we deplete all that. Alright, we're going to turn in this quest for some trinkets and planks. And we're bringing in the bacon here. So part of the efficiency that I'd like to get up, like right now, we have 5 logs to build. Yeah, it's 5 logs and 1 log to build over the water. I like to put these in between all my fishing areas. I can store the fish there, so they can just walk out, throw the fish in, and get back to work. Okay, we still have 5 people without houses. Right. So we're going to use the mine tool once more. We're going to mine out this whole darn thing right here. Move this guy over here, and we're going to put 1 worker in there. We don't have, I mean, there are things to be built, but not really. So let's just get everyone mining. And we have 792 in valuation. Early stage of the game, you're not really mapping out the perfect city like you see me do in a lot of my other videos. You're just trying to get the colony up. Perfect city part is going to come probably in hour 1 when we get some of the text that I want and we get plank production up. I will say though that it would be smart to move some stuff over here, because this is probably where I'm going to have most of the fishing, most of the storage, all the jazz is going to be over in this area. We're going to be likely building out into the water. And let's see. Today we get a whisker ship. Perfect. I definitely want to get more whiskers. And that's why getting your fishing dock up as fast as possible is just essential. I'd love to get another farmer, pull this guy out, get that fish production up. If we have capacity to, getting a cafe up early game is actually pretty darn powerful. Yeah, we need 21 planks. We need to get plank production here soon. Alright, Optimus, gifted teacher, that's good. Sickly, no. Rude and content, no. Thoughtful, good enough. So, an Optimus, yes. Thoughtful, yes. A rude loner. I'm considering it. Sickly, I'll take the sickly. If they die, they die. Beautiful. Alright, that's 3 new individuals to help us out. We're going to let this guy go and put in the right person. That's going to get us up to 480% production speed. We're going to be getting a fish we're going to get 2 fish like every 25 seconds instead of 89. Very good. We're going to get Get 2 people in the mining camp over here. Now we have multiple people mining. This is going to allow us to build houses faster. And the quicker we can get everybody out, the better, right? And again, a lot of these houses are going to be destroyed. Let's get 3 of them up. But when you start pulling in this many whiskers, it's just impossible to do it purely with log cabins. But I think you can make an argument that you can build a few log cabins. The whiskers within the log cabins will actually get a bonus. So I kind of like to intermingle, but not go too hardcore because, you know, logs are pretty darn important. But you'll want to get probably a couple fishing docks as fast as possible, and that's going to allow you to pull in a ton of whiskers. Okay, let's mine out this whole back area over here. And we're going to need staircases to get up there. There we go. We have 1,000 assets. Tomorrow we have a tax collector and a supply ship coming. Oh man, there's some good stuff over here. Potash. Iron ore. Oh, yeah, we should actually mine down this whole area here. What I think we're going to do is not mine this area down, but kind of Frankenstein it, right? Or not Frankenstein, sorry. The Aztecs. We'll go Aztec style. We'll have all this terrace. Or Incans. Sorry, the Incans. Yeah, we'll terrace farm all of this. To the mountainside. And we'll start preparing this for our grand colony. Ooh. Yeah, we need to get more people out of the streets. Starting to impact us substantially. Okay, so we have 2 people building. I think that's sufficient. We have lots of food. We can also trade some of the fish. And I'm just going to place down more stone houses. I just want them to keep building all this out. The tax ship is here. Beautiful day. We'll trade the copper. We're going to get plenty of copper later. I'm not too concerned about this. Coal too. Trinkets, all. Fish, pretty much all of it. There we go. So we're going to get some more tech points. And we're getting the houses up. Perfect. Supply ship has arrived. Let's see. The logs, the planks, and the cloaks. All this would help us. I'm going to take the big one. Okay, let's see what we can get over here. Let's re-roll. We're going... stowaways are always nice. We're going until we get tech points. Plank row house. This is what we wanted. This is where we're going to build a ton of houses out of, is the plank row house. That's beautiful. So what I would like to do... Probably go for the cut stone and planks. Because there's some buildings I can make out of that. The main building that we want is a sawmill. And our first sawmill is going to come over here. Now we're going to be moving around a lot of this stuff later. I just want to put that out there. I'm going to put my sawmill right here. And we can also build a stone cutter. We're going to get that up too. But that's 21 planks. Let's be careful. We can afford it. Okay. I think I'm going to hold off on the stone cutter. I think I'd actually much rather get another fisher. Fishing is just so powerful. Let's get another fisher up. And let's also get up a storage shed right there. And back here, we're going to just start putting down storage sheds. They're very valuable. In the early stage of the game, we're going to get full here soon on the fish. And when the next whiskers we bring in are going to be farmers. You can expand rather quickly if you know how to do it. So you can see we need a lot of planks. So we definitely need the sawmill. All right, get some more staircases up here so we can get access to all these trees. Actually going to move him up here. Berry gatherers can come. Oop, that's the woodcutter. Not bad. Put him down here. Move the berry gatherer up here. We're doing fantastic. Alright, we're going to move the miners right up here. Actually, also going to mine out this copper for money. We need to prep for winter as well. So far, so good. We're getting a lot of tech points. They're building things out fast. We got 2 people building, which is kind of necessary with how many projects we have going on. We're bringing in more than enough wood. We're bringing in substantial amounts of food. Pirates are here, so we're going to pay them with 1 machinery. We're going to set to high priority the next fishing dock. Hoping we get the whisker ship. We have 2 whisker ships coming. The sooner we can get them in, the better. Okay. And what kind of sucks is we're... Ooh, a craftmaster, diligent, gradient. This craftmaster is going to have a lot of high requirements. A pessimist, I'll take it because it's a farmer. All I want right now are farmers. So I'm just going to reject. We can get 2 fishers up. It's going to be insane. And then if we can get planks going, we can start building the best houses in the game. Get a stone guy there. Make sure that we're getting every bit of material we can. There's a lot of good material here. Coal. Tons of coal for sale. We don't need to worry about our taxes too much. They also decreased the tax per whisker from 5 to 3 a couple patches ago. So, you know, they're working on making the game a little bit less crazy. Alright, we're going to leave one guy for building, but we're going to get the fish going. We have 2 storage sheds. Perfect. Get another storage shed right here. With 2 fishing docks going, that's also going to help us pay our taxes. Fish are like one of the best resources in the game, in my opinion, because they don't lower fertility, they don't do anything weird. You just sit in one place and you can gather mass quantities, especially if you hyper-focus them. Alright, logs and machinery for that gent over there. We're going to need some more machinery here soon. Everybody has a house. This is perfect. Our next goal is to get plank production going and get the better houses. That's not bad, right? For day 7, we're already in high-tier houses. Okay, so what this is kind of telling us now is we need some high multipliers. A lot of people are kind of pissy, and that's a dangerous thing. What we'll do is when the supply ship comes, we'll take what everyone has cloaks and or teas, and that will give us a massive boost to approval temporarily. And we're going to mine out all these materials here. I think we're going to mine out all the stone back here too. Not serving us any purpose. Alright, Whisker ship is here. I'll take any farmer. Apprentice, a rude. Best him. Oh, I'm gonna take him because he's cheap and I need him. I can put him over here. There we go. Now I got 3. That's gonna give us some fish. That's beautiful. Okay, the forge hut is now idle. Put it over here to gather flax. But I'm only gonna place 1 whisker in there. We can refuse the rest. We got a supply ship coming later. I think we're gonna get the plank house up right in here where we're cutting down all this stone. Feels stupid doing this, but I think we're gonna do it anyway. That will house 2 whiskers and it will give us a bonus. So yeah, we're gonna do the one with the cloaks here. Actually, no, I need the machinery and the tea will work just as well. Do that. That will allow us to get the sawmill. If we get the sawmill going, we can build more houses and get ourselves in favor here and get rid of these guys. This is actually perfect right here for housing, as you can see. We can place slides and stuff, so this is a good early game house. We just want to make sure that we're getting all the materials we can. Right, we probably should have got a cafe up. Cafe is like one of the best things you can build. Go over to your services, get up a cafe. It's 21 planks. Not bad. Plank path right there. Eventually I'll get plank pathing for speed bonuses too. So we need planks as soon as possible. So we got that going on for us right here. I'm feeling pretty positive about our future here. Alright, tax collectors here. All the copper, all the coal. We'll get tons of it later. All the fish. Actually, let's pull back on copper. Create all the fish. Oh yeah, we can hit control to do 25 at a time. Yeah, fish first. Okay, we'll give them that. A refund back on the stairs. Whisker ship is here. We have no capacity for any of them. Ooh, small warehouses. Oh man. Small warehouses actually kind of suck. It's the mediums you want. I'm gonna re-roll. Wind chimes, plank, blockhouses. Nah. Ugh. We gambled. We lost. But we can get old rags. And I like getting copper and iron bars and machinery. So these 2 right here. 13 machinery. We don't have to worry anymore. So we got the apprentice in there. So we got 1 person in the sawmill making planks now. Beautiful. Now we can get the cafe up. All these things together are going to give us exactly what we wanted. But we just got to sit back and relax now. Because we got fish at the wazoo. Which is not a good place to put them, but that's where we have them. We have more than enough for trade. Okay, put a staircase over here for the flax. Start gathering flax, get a weaver up here soon. But this is great. Even a modest board production is going to be substantial. You can see we need quite a bit. We need to set high priority on this house. Fortunately, put 6 boards over there, but that's okay. We'll get some boards over here in a second. We're making 5 planks, 5 boards per 1 log. Okay, so there's a bunch of clothing woven and tailored. That's going to give us a huge bonus to our approval. I'm moving the wood collector up here. We need better sources of wood. Eventually, we do need to consider getting up over here. I'd like to get some more tech. Last time I got lucky and I got the long stair technology. Taxes are due in 3 days and we're doing very well. We're mining out everything we can. Just keep mining. Alright, look at that. We got our houses up. Now we're going to build more of them. Boom. Beautiful site right there. And they're going to be happier. They're going to get 2-star housing quality. Once we get the cafe up, that's going to give everyone a huge bonus too. Like I said, it's probably one of the more important buildings you want to get up in the early stages. This is insanely powerful right here because we're not consuming that many. This is going to allow us to just pull in a lot of whiskers. And as we just continue to mine resources, we can easily pay the taxes on them. This is going to allow for some really rapid expansion. Now we have plenty of trees, so we can just kind of keep moving our guy around. But I will say, at some point, we need to plank over here. Mining is definitely something you need to focus a lot of attention into. You should have at least at some point 4 miners, maybe even 6 if you're really focused. Alright, I'm feeling good about tonight getting a bunch of influence and approval, I should say. Alright, day 10. Oh, nope. Opposite. It's okay. We'll get it going. Kind of why you want to take advantage of your influence in the early stage and just get as many whiskers as possible. We can also get whiskers from turning in our taxes, so... You know, the bad stats are kind of lame, but having more whiskers definitely allows you to expand faster. I personally just like only taking in the best ones, but... I think you can make an argument that sometimes you just need to take in anybody. Alright, supply ships here. We will take... we don't actually need mechanics. We need all these materials here. Take the boards. Then we can get this cafe up. Boom. Alright, cafe is coming up next. The whisker ship is here, but we have no influence. That kind of sucks. Oh, that sucks. This guy's beautiful. And I have no quest that I can turn in. So I'll have to refuse him. Okay. Now we can place 1 individual into the cafe. And we'll start getting food. I do actually have planks and copper. We can technically build slides, but we do not need them right now. We have 2,000 value in storage, more than enough to pay our taxes in 2 days. A godly amount of fish, 175. We're mostly going to pay our taxes in fish. And then we'll use the copper and everything else to fill in the blanks. There we go. We got a bunch of food in here. Now these cafes can only supply 34 food. So you need 1 per 34 whiskers. Keep that in mind. These are incredibly valuable and you should be building them out as you expand your pop. Alright, beautiful. Now they're all going to have a good dining quality experience. We have 28 planks. Let's continue to expand our housing. Hoping I get a little bit of influence so we can get some whiskers. We don't have another delivery of whiskers for 3 days. Alright, plus 100. You can see we're learning from our mistakes. Okay, I'm going to pull back 1 guy from the fishing dock so we can start building out that house. We're going to overtime the sawmill. And we'll just overtime both fishing docks to make up for that. Kind of sucks when you don't have any whisker ships coming for a bit. It's all going to go to waste. If we can get these houses up quickly, it's going to be a huge bonus. In the early stages of the game, storage is pretty lame. I just kind of spam these storage sheds. Yeah, this isn't a bad spot for another storage shed right there. Yeah, man, we're rich. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, 225 fish. A little extreme on the fish, but that's alright. Looks like we mined out underneath everything here. We're gonna mine this all down eventually. Alright, looks like we got all the planks in there, so now we can build that house out. I think we are at a point where it is kind of smart if you think about the future. So getting a farm up specifically for trees, like right here, and just layering this area with trees is the best way to do it. I don't even mess with growing berries or any of that stuff anymore. I just go straight into just focusing on trees and food. Like, food is everything, right? You can trade it. You can feed people with it. It's the best thing in the game. All right, 44, so we're 105. Perfect. With the tax collector and the supply ship coming, I'm not going to spend any of my approval. I might lose a little bit, but I want to make sure that we have max approval for that whisker ship coming tomorrow. X-Man is cometh. All right. So alt is 99. Look at that. Yeah, we'll get enough fish for the rest of the day. Some copper ore. Don't mind if I do. Actually, coal. Coal is the best. There we go. Give him the money. Hopefully we'll get the technology for long stairs. That's my goal. I might actually take the 2 whiskers. And for the supply ship, we're gonna take the whole enchilada over here. Get those boards, they'll help us build. There's our long stairs, we're taking it. Long stairs are super important. And then 10 orange, 13 stone, okay. Spices and high tier ration meals. Wow. Take that. I don't really care about the plank. I just wanted the long stairs. We're gonna use the long stairs to get up here and get all this wood. Okay, yeah, because this isn't a long distance, really. So what we should be doing right over here is getting plank pathways. The plank paths are going to cost us 28 planks and 30 logs. And we're going to need some stairs up. It doesn't matter which way we go. It's going to be a doozy. But we should get over there as fast as possible, my opinion. Gotten all the flax. Forger hut is kind of obsolete at this stage of the game. We want to get the farming house up. I'm going to place him over here and take the worker out. Here we go. Here's the farmer. So all we're going to do... Oof, bad areas around here. All we're going to do is grow trees. And the best way to extend fields... So to extend a field, you just highlight the field where it says extend field. You click once, and then it automatically opens up the highlight, okay? An FYI, how to do that a little bit more effectively. That way you just have one area that you're highlighting. Right. Okay, he won't touch these areas over here, but that's fine. So we're gonna get one worker in there. He's not gonna be a good worker, but he's gonna do the job. Beautiful, look at that. Houses. This is one of the, like, I like permanent infrastructure ways of increasing happiness. Like one-time cost kind of things, like plank row houses and cafes. And tomorrow is Whisker Day. Alright, cool. Max. We have max influence. This is going to be a big day for us. Alright, he's going to start putting out the trees. I kind of feel like mining this whole thing down over here would be pretty cool. We need like 40 whiskers for that, and it's actually doable. Making cut stone and selling it to bootleg people is a good way to pay your taxes. Trade it for gold bars. Supply ship is here. We're just going to do the base. You can also refuse them, since we are going to get +2. And that, by refusing him, every time we take an order from him, it increases the taxes that we owe. Okay? And that money amount, that's money we owe in taxes. And the more money in taxes you owe, the more money you have to give to hit the higher tiers. So, okay. So, I'm taking every single one of them. All of them. Some of them suck, but it's okay. We need to just hit the gas here, okay? And I need to get the boards going fast. And I don't care if the farmers here suck. That's fine. Better that they don't suck, but whatever. We just need to get people going. Alright, so yeah, the boards are gonna scream now. 553% efficiency. We have max efficiency on fish, so we have plenty of food. I'm actually going to overtime board production. Okay, and this makes me feel good. We're going to get a bunch of trees going. The wood's going to keep flowing in. We're going to get this house up here in a second. Get another house up as fast as possible. Now, one thing you actually do want a farm for is flax, so that we can make clothing. That's a really, really easy way to keep people happy. Get the weaver up, right? So weaver, let's just get the weaver up over in this area. We'll get a storage chest right in front of it. Same thing over here. Get more storage. And down here is not a bad spot. So what I think we're going to do is get an additional farm right here. Farming tool. Put a flax. We don't need a lot. Don't need that much flax. We're only going to do flax in the good spots. There we go. Okay, that's more than enough flax. So the farmer here will help with the flax and help with the trees. So this right here is going to provide a lot of trees, a lot of flax. Get the weaver going. We need to get a whole another round of whiskers, which means that we need to get a bunch of houses. So we're going to build more plank housing. Look at that. We just maxed out approval. Perfect. Okay. May need to move the storage shed at a certain point. This is where the slide starts to come into play in the long stairs. So we're going to place long stairs right here. Actually going to delete this house. Okay, we got long stairs now. Get plank pathing. This is beautiful. We're going to have more houses up over here. I want to mine all this out too. And we'll get like the slide coming down the center here. Or we'll get stairs and then we'll get slides. I like to combine the stairs and the slides. Like this. Go boop boop. That's pretty cool. Go. Faster speed. You can go up the long stairs. They have a faster up and down speed. And then they go down the slides. Much quicker. It helps out over here too. You don't need to do this. It's just really cool. Gives it character, right? I'll put a slide there. Alright. There we go. It's pretty cheap. It's just like 1 copper bar. And those are actually really easy to make later in the game. Set this guy to the highest priority. Overtime the board maker. Look at that. The weaver's ready to go. Let's get 1 person in the weaver. And let's overtime the weaver. So we can start making our own cloaks. That's going to help out a lot. Sometimes you're going to have pathing problems. Ah, crap. I just realized what I did. We need to get plank right there. There we go. Now they can get around it. They had no way in. Actually, that didn't make any sense. They can get away. They can go in right there. There we go. That's weird. And we'll get that house up. This whisker will have a place to live. We got the taxman, a supply ship, and a whisker ship coming tomorrow. It's beautiful. Alright. Things are progressing well. Day 15. I'm going to overtime the mine camp. Some of this stuff you can just let go, like the coal. The copper that has the most value. Alright, tax collector's here. We're going to pay him in fish. Coal. Ooh, that was too much coal. No, I guess it wasn't. Alright, fish and coal. Alright, supply ship. We'll take the smallest one. Winter's coming. Okay, so we're going to re-roll until we get tech. Stowaways are nice too. Charcoal furnace. That's a good one. Yeah, being able to make fuel is pretty good. I'm gonna gamble. Ah, gamble didn't work. Okay, let's take 2 randos. Well, this is like one of the worst I've ever had. We should have taken the tech. Okay. You win some, you lose some. Whisker ship is here. Educated monarchist. Warm core unsafe. I don't like that. But he wears out machinery faster. Don't like that. That's a bad one. Thoughtful. Take it. Take it. Use the rest. You can always train these guys into farmers. I don't want someone who's going to wear down the machinery, though. That's not good in the long run. The rude people I can handle, but not my machines. Okay. Get up a bunch of houses up top. Get up planks. There we go. Make them a little faster. On their way to work. They got the slide right there. We're off to the races. Let's focus on one at a time. At high priority. Already overtime the sawmill. We got 6 of these gents. I figure the best course of action right now is more miners. Yeah, the mining is starting to get a little out of hand. Come back over here. Assign 1 worker to the farm. Actually, let's assign 2 workers to the farm. They're not good farmers yet. We should probably get up. We're at a point where we're losing out massive efficiencies, and we could easily get up school. Get 34 planks. Okay. Get the houses up. I'm gonna cancel a few of these. Let's just get 2 houses up. Let's focus on not bringing in any more whiskers, and let's focus on getting schools up. All right, let's end this day. Maxed out approval. We need to get up the town hall. We're going to overtime both fishing docks. Sawmill. Weaver. We have no whisker ship even coming anytime soon. Winter is here. I don't care about approval at all anymore. Overtime the mining camps. Everybody just gets overtime. Okay, we got campfires. Oh my god, these are bad. Probably going to lose a few. We're going to lose a few for sure. Okay, get you over there. One here. This is bad. Yeah, they really reduced the radius too. So we'll get that guy going. And we're just going to have to pray. We're not going to trade any logs. We're going to get this guy going overtime too then. Overtime for all. Got to get these trees growing. Okay, quests. Oh yeah, we got some good quests. There we go. That was good. We just turned in a bunch of quests. We need to survive 8 nights of winter. Holy cow. Thought it was like 6 before. Oh, no mine shafts nearby. Okay. Okay, we're going to start mining out these whole areas here. And we can add wood by hitting R. I don't know how we're going to get through this many nights. This is going to be actually real tough. I think we need more wood. We're in desperate need of getting the town hall up, I think. Dedicated management office. I don't remember this. Unlocks production limits? I don't remember this building. This might be new. This is new. Ooh. Plus 40. I typically... So after winter, you typically owe an insane amount of money. This is where I decide to take the -2 loss. Usually. Probably jump the gun on the wood, but I didn't want to be caught off guard. Can't spend any wood on the long pathing over here. This is actually why I use stone. Also as the basis for all the fishing hubs. So we're going to have storage here. So yeah, we can get an earthwork guy over here doing stone, but not right now. I think I'm going to do 1 line of stone so I can place the fishing docks all off of it. Right now this is just the intro colony. Okay. Yeah, we got plenty of wood. Tomorrow gonna be 0 overtime in the fishies. We're actually like plowing through a lot of our food. Also filling up all of our storage. Alright, we're gonna have to make an impromptu storage area right here. No, I don't like spending wood, but we're running out of room. Build 1 more house, and then I'm actually gonna crank down the sawmill. Plus 19, not bad. Alright, winter is finally hit. It's 0 degrees. Alright, we're at that point where it gets weird. We got too many mines. Go, all 3 of you gents here. Oh, dang. Supply ship is here. Well, we're not going to pay our taxes, so we're just going to take everything. The highest. This is what I like to do, is just like take the... Just go into as much debt as possible and not pay any of my taxes. In the first year after winter. You can just sit there and stockpile a ton of goods. We're going through the stone too quick. See, this is the problem. This is where I want to get the earthworks up and start using some of that stone. But yeah, we're just going to start digging out the mountain here. We'll make a big old area we can build in. Probably what I should do is actually bring these guys over here. Start to... I think we're just going to take down a few layers. And then the sooner we do it, the better, because we can get a farmer out here. You can see here, it's just this top layer here and this top layer here. And we need to get, yeah, we need to get out here and get the trees too. You can see it's going to cost an insane amount of material. That's why the bridge Is one of the better material. The covered bridge uses less resources. Need to put some fuel into the fires. Alright, 0 whiskers without home. 40 approval. Not bad. I should have saved it. Whoops. Didn't realize how awesome we were. Let's overtime our fishers. We got supply ships and nothing but supply ships. A sawmill has been taken down. Weaver. I don't even think we have flax. Huh. Alright, let's overtime the woodcutter. And the farms. There we go. We're getting lots of wood. It's actually pretty amazing. My main concern right now is that we just run out of room. It's already happening. Okay. Oh, this is cool. Right here. We're going to use... No, this is actually really neat the way we did this. We're going to do this. That took a little bit of wood, but now we got extra storage. Also going to put a long stairs. Nope, can't. Let's just put a short stairs there. Freeway blocked. Oh, the house. Well, we can put some decorations. Ooh, they got new decorations. They're nice. I like these. And we definitely need to get up some decorations too. I didn't realize I didn't have any. I like the trees. Put a tree there. Tree right here. Get some wood in these fires. Kind of funny about this quest is you can just literally build out the decorations, then destroy them. Oh, nope, you gotta turn it in. Turn it in. Get the approval, get the trinkets. There you go. Guess we do have enough wood. That wasn't too bad. Overtime the sawmill. End of day 20. Alright, I'm gonna get the sawmill back going. And we're gonna get up a town hall. Kind of actually curious about management office. So let's get the management office. We'll get the management office up right here. Housing area. Supply ship is here. We're taking the most expensive one. Got all this new storage. Yeah, let's go for management. We should definitely get a stone cutter up too. I'm gonna get the stone cutter up on the back side. Right here. That's good. Get one outside storage over here. Alright, a little bit of cut stone, and we're going to have ourselves a management office. Here is doing hunky-dory. Wonder if I can work them harder. That'd be cool. Overtime our fishies. That way we have a bunch. And we could pay some of our taxes if we wanted to. I suppose we probably could still pay our taxes even after taking the big loads like that. Maxed out approval. Trinkets are actually kind of a cool thing to use approval for as well. You can trade them. Alright, I accept. Produce them cloaks. Yeah, we'll get the flax. Oh yeah, we got the flax right here. That's beautiful. We got a good thing going on right now. They're building out that management office. Supply ship, don't mind if I do. Take the most expensive stuff. Funny is they're actually not using the slides. I built them for nothing. Okay, here it is. Oh my god. Sign an educated whisker to enable production limits. Oh, okay, they added this so we can set production limits. I actually don't have any production limits that I can think of. That's cool. We got it now. I probably should have spent it on something cooler, but that's neat. The town hall. Town hall is probably the coolest thing in the game. But, you know, you run into problems. Put the town hall over here. We're going to have some cool stuff over here. The town hall should be on the ground this time. I want to get the town hall up, though, so we can start using some policies. And let's overtime the sawmill. And we need a school. School I can actually place back here. I think it's a good spot for it. Okay, we've done a good job here. We're going to just start mining out the rest of it. There we go. I think the goal here is just to get everything over here flat. We are actually going through the fish pretty quick. Overtime them. And days away from any meaningful kind of recruitment. Keep adding wood to the flames. Alright, in this day, I'm going to crank up the weaver just a little bit and overtime it. We do have flax coming in now, as you can see. It is actually kind of, it's amazing what you learn. It is important to get your population up rapidly, otherwise you'll sit in the Stone Age for far too long. Throw a little bit more wood on the barbie. I think we're good to go now, though. We'll make it. I don't really understand putting another worker in here. It doesn't change the max. Alright, we need a craft master for the stone cutter. We also need another house. I'm going to cancel the town hall so that they can use the planks for the school. I'll build it out again here in a second, but the school would really help us. We need to start making sure everyone who's working a certain job is exactly the right person. That's going to massively increase our productivity. Alright, end of day 28, maxed out again. Winter ends tonight. Fly ship, 2 days. We got Whisker and pirates, smugglers, and tax. We got a lot of good stuff coming. 4,400 and we owe 12. Pretty good, not bad. Getting a little worried about our food situation. We have 227 stone. We're gonna get up 1 line of stone, and it's simply for, yeah, it's simply for the fishers. We just need 1 stone. Everything else we can build on using wood and all that jazz. But let's get ourselves an earthworks over here and start getting ready to come over here, because there's a lot of resources. We need to get like a bunch of whiskers, and we need to start just tearing this down, because we can get this to a point where we're just producing godly amounts of wood. All right, let's take the whole enchilada. We're running out so bad. I almost like need to pay taxes. They just don't have any room. We'll see. Maybe we can still, even after taking all that stuff, maybe we can still pay taxes. All right, we're building out that school. And this is where the magic happens. I think I can fire this, or I can get this guy trained. That'd be pretty big. But first things first, let's get more farmers trained. So we're not going to do craft masters, we're going to do guild specialty. And we're going to train everybody to be farmers. I'll come back over here later. I'm going to pull these 2 dudes out. Have them build the earthworks. We're just going to add a little bit of wood just in case. Sometimes it can still be negative degrees in the next month. Doesn't always end in winter. A little bit of a delay. You know what? Screw it. Let's train more farmers. Alright, we're maxed out on approval, so can't do anything with it. School is up. So the next logical thing to do is to get up to town hall. Get up right here. Accidentally blocked everyone off. We need to put some basic blocks right there. No storage. Destined. We're full. We need to pay. The tax man's not coming for days. This is awful. Never had this problem before. Okay. Usually I build something crazy like this. Early game storage, always kind of problem. Then access there. It's actually not a bad idea to put storage on top of houses over here too. There we go, more storage. Housing and storage. And we're gonna use these. I like these. I think they look cool. Go. Perfect. That looks really nice. No students, eh? Okay. We got 3 free. So fire both, replace, fire, and replace. Okay, so everybody should be a farmer. That's 2 more farmers. 2 more farmers is exactly how many I need. Want to make sure that we're training the exact amount. How the heck did that guy get all the way over there? There's some weird transportation issues going on. That guy's probably gonna die. He just transported all the way over to the other side. Okay, yeah. Having proper people always helps. I actually don't know, because you don't have a production value here. It does say 150, 150, so they probably cut faster and all that kind of jazz. So that probably is going to help. Alright, end of day 25. Start a new day. There's going to be space behind here. We can stack houses the other way. If I play my cards right. Oh, we got the banditos. Give them a little bit. They'll bugger off. I'm going to take the cheap one with this supplier. I have a feeling we might actually try to attempt paying taxes. Alright. Well, let's get the farmer in there. It looks like we're getting close. Ooh, whisker ship. A pessimistic apprentice. I'll take it. No, I should have done that. I could have trained one. Yeah, healthy. Yeah. Let's start taking the good ones. Using the rest. Do need to get a craft master. So focusing on wood, a little bit of flax. I don't mess with berries at all, to be honest. I just focus on fish for food. Eventually I get smoked fish. Oh, nice. We actually can get one stonecutter in here. Okay, we should definitely... I think I need a craft master, though, to get this to work, I thought. Apprentice here. Apprentice here. 0%. Interesting. Definitely get this hammered out, too. Okay, we have the farmers we need. So over here, what I need is engineering guild. So do we have anybody in the engineering guild? Okay, we're gonna need to find somebody. I'll pull one of the weavers out. They weren't engineers. These are explorers, my bad. Okay. Pull the sawmill out, and that will give me an educated. Perfect. Now I can do this too if I wanted. Now we have one educated worker. Okay. We're gonna train. Ooh, I don't want to train a farmer. Let's make sure all the farmers are up to speed in the day. Maxed out approval. Okay. Farmer. The woodcutter. The woodcutter's gonna need to... And he's got some problems. Let's move him up over here. Trees over here he can cut down. Smuggler is here. Okay, farmer now has 2 farmers. So farmers is maxed out. The smuggler, we can sell cut stone. We don't have enough to sell, really. Yes, we'll get 1 gold bar from clothing. Good enough for me. We'll get the engineers guild going. Okay, well, now we can get all these guys trained. Go 2 grand. So if I pay this, give them all my fish. All the trinkets, a lot of coal. Honestly, not that. I need to get rid of some of this coal too. Do we want to go the distance? Now let's just go for this for now. I just had too much stuff. I need to empty it. All right, whisker ship is here. Let's re-roll. Craftmaster, perfectionist. I hate perfectionist, but we need the craftmaster. Strong shoulders, diligent. That's a good one. Diligent, good one. Here's the rest. Small warehouses. Let's take it, and let's take the iron and copper bars. Okay. Farmer. Okay, I want to train this craft master to be one of these gents, because then he can come over here and be the craft master and the stone cutter. That'll be beautiful. We got all these miners over here mining. Get the copper ore that's in this area. Always build over it. Okay, so this is what I want to talk to you guys about. You only need 1 row, and that's for the fishers. We're gonna do 1 row. Oh boy, that was not what I wanted. There we go. Just shave off the top there. Alright, that's all we need. We have a lot of stone. They gotta come over here. We're gonna overtime it. Beautiful. And that's all I'm gonna do that time. Ooh, matching whisker. Okay, let's get 4 people trained in the arts of the engineers. Almost have the town hall up. It's amazing with these crappy houses over here that we're still hitting max. We're getting real close to max approval. We have 5 farm workers. Alright, I say we get another farm up then. Get up down here, get some more trees. Policies. Alright. Construction speed doubled. Builders gain 50% speed. Enact. Eureka moments, one of the best. Trinkets, one of the best. And the weasels. Pulling tree stumps provides a chance to provide a chance now. And it's 4. Okay, they really changed that. Strip mining's pretty cool too. We're going to enact the double carry as well. I'll help with this. This is going to be a project, but it's going to save us a lot of wood. I don't know if it's even worth it though in the long run. That's why it's good to turn all this stuff flat. Okay. Get the stonecutter going here soon. Oh, we need to do apprentice training. Okay, so the next goal here is apprentice craftsman. And we need all 3 events. One of them is a craftmaster. Okay, yeah. So one's a craftmaster. He'll train the other 2 into being an apprentice, and then we'll have a max stonecutter. Then over here, we'll need to train some more gents. But we're not going to make that many apprentice. Like I said, they have higher demands. Okay. One dude over here. Well, that's gold right there. Alright, I'm going to have him get these trees up. These trees up. That's pretty good. I do like the field priority tool that I just saw. That's pretty sweet. Right. I think we're sitting pretty now. Nice. Rapid construction's helping out. Yeah, I definitely want to get every single person into their profession so that we're at peak efficiency. I'll make it easier for us to go forward because then we're just optimizing one profession at a time rather than everything. Sawmill definitely needs to be optimized. That will be my next goal. Boards is probably one of the most important things. And we're going to take all of our miners. We're going to come over here and we're going to strip farm this. We have 5 free whiskers. I think we have other professions that require... Yeah, like the sawmill requires gens too. I don't want him to be an apprentice. Oh, that's another farmer. Ba-boom. Alright, we got it going on now. I might as well get this lower area. You never know if he's going to have enough time. Take the cheapest one for the supply ship. You also refuse it, but you lose 1 rating with the cats. And by doing that, though, it does lower the amount of taxes that you need. But I'm not really hurting. Educated craftmaster who's greedy. Look at his expectations. Insane. Gifted teacher, warm core. I like warm cores. I like diligence more. Let's reroll. I'm going for take the warm core. Refuse everybody else. Diligence, one of my favorite though. Okay. We got 1 person. Why is he 80%? What happened to you, sir? Oh, he's chilly? That don't make no sense. Okay. Pull him out. There we go. Alright, so he's chilly. That's fine. Okay. This gent right here, though, he needs to be trained. Ah. We'll make you one of us. Yes, you. Apprentice. Okay, cool. Make him one of us. And we'll put him back into the sawmill. He'll be our apprentice. It'll be beautiful. Okay, perfection there. Weaver requires... Not you. Not actually too concerned about the weaver efficiency because it's going great. We have a lot of clothing. Get this house up. The one I want, though, for sure, is pulling the trees. We need 200, though. We're going to need more whiskers if we want to get our max approval up. He's making progress. It's going to take him a bit. We need to keep him close. Overtime him. Get 2 people in there, actually. The sooner we get this up, the better. Like I said, I'm thinking we're going to move all the mining over there. Just strip it down. I'm not going to do cotton farms. They just destroy fertility values. We're doing good. 77, 80. Trees don't strip fertility values that bad. There's a lot of trees over here. We're going to have to centralize an area, like cut this down and centralize an area, I think, for storage. Eventually I'll do faster bridges and stuff. But I think the fishing should all go here. I think we'll do storage here. Since we have so much stuff here, I think storage... it's going to cost a lot to go into the deep. We got a lot going on over here, too. We could... Honestly, we could keep fishing here and have more fish here. And just... Because this is a great... You know, we got population centers for everything. And then we just build another colony over here. The game allows it. Oh god, we went deep. Realized we screwed up. Okay, there we go. Bathing is going to be here. I'm just gonna do it for now. I want to get up there. But what you do have to realize is you can't do this. You can't have any pathing under the stairs. So the best way to do this is to just go up, go down. That is kind of a crazy amount of stuff. Okay. Yeah, elevator is definitely in our future. Okay. We have a storage there. 10 logs. It's expensive, but this is what we have to do. And now we can start getting over this area. I'm going to pull woodcutter over here. We need to plow our way in. Go. There we are. Top priority, all you gents. This is going to be quite the chore, but this is the great project. Eventually, I'll do some stuff over here. We'll probably get to elevators at some point. A lot of elevators. All right, taxman is coming. Give him the fishies. Ooh, we're kind of low. There you go. Time our fish. We need to start focusing on mining the proper stuff again. I'm gonna refuse all this now. Lower our tax amounts. Okay. We're gonna re-roll until we get the right stuff. This is the best way to get technologies in the game. All right, yeah. So carpenter and iron bars, copper bars. That's a good one. Nice. Okay, so the sawmill is now maxed. He's going to give everybody 50% because I've fulfilled the requirement, which means we're going to be producing boards at the wazoo. Why are you so cold? Uncooperative monarchist assigned to an industrial job. Not for... Oh. The monarchist. Okay, we need to get rid of the monarchist. Put you in. Nope. The other you. That is you. Okay. So we need to educate someone to be a monarch. Well, it's... Dang, I can't... I think I need to be an apprentice, right? Okay. Craftsman. And, okay, yeah, we'll train you to be another guy. We can't have the monarchist there. This is where things get dangerous. Okay, we're gonna have one team over there. It's the only way, because we gotta focus on the low-hanging fruit. That is all this coal. There we go. Alright. Got our miners out there focused on the coal. Day 31. We're losing a little bit of influence. That's okay. I think we need to move the school here in a little bit. Alright, they're getting to work. That's what's important. Smugglers are here. I have nothing really to give them. Camp is idle. It is. Oh yeah, we can't do anything until I get rid of all these trees. This is going to be a huge project. Okay. Well, let's just focus on money. Money's good. That's going to be, like I said, we may not even, to be quite honest, I don't know if taking down the second row is even worth it. Like, look how big it is, right? It's not that much of a hindrance, so we'll probably just take down... And honestly, none of this is a hindrance. You can flatten it, but it's probably not worth it. I think we'll just clean out all the trees and plant a forest there. That'll be good enough. Fly ship. Rejected. See, we're keeping our taxes down. Alright, whisker ship. Let's see what we got. Greedy diligent. And another diligent. Beautiful. 2 diligents. Take them both. Okay. And down here, we can get more housing up. Get 2. Whisker ship. Tell them to bugger off. Plank production should be pretty darn fast now. 610%. Not bad. We're going to start pumping out planks like tomorrow. 400% here. Okay, so the apprentice is still training. Okay. Once we get this apprentice, that's going to really bump up. Beautiful. There we go. Now we're above 400%. 450, 470. Okay, education and tech points is next. I like to get all my technology from just trade in the early part of the game. So that's how I handle that. Fishies are going to go over here. I'm just going to let this guy do his thing. Cutting down all the trees. Almost need like another sawmill. Alright, no overtime for you yet. Isn't bad. Isn't bad. Got farmers on everything. Eventually we're going to need another fisher. Probably should get a house over here for the workers. We could trade wood too. All right, 35 approval. I'll take it. A whisker ship tomorrow. Things are going great. We don't need any students. See what we got going on here. Oh boy. I did not realize we had so much good stuff. All that copper. I think it's time to go into education now for sure. Bathing docks would be wise. Okay, research lab. Bunch of planks. Oh nice, we can get the research lab right up over here. I like this little corner. Also get up some cool decorations right here. Alright, I think the next supply ship, if it has planks, I'll take it. Camp is idle. Okay. Earthworks. Keep them going. Up over here. And storage and all that's going to be behind here. Off to this, honestly, right here, this backside. This is a cool spot for housing. And we can have elevators going up into their work right behind them. This is really good. And this is like the perfect spot for elevators too. This is great. Eventually, a lot of this is going to be moved out. This will mostly be a mining colony. Honestly, we could keep all these guys here and just hire a bunch of miners and move them in. And have like 40 dudes just mining. And that would easily pay a lot of our taxes. We could just focus on cut stone. Totally viable. Okay, we're there. There's our first educator. So what we want is to get to tier 1, and we need lots of copper. So we're going to need a charcoal furnace. Get ropes, and with ropes we can make nets and all types of stuff, increase our fishing. We need to get this area up over here as soon as possible. We need to get elevators. Hit or miss. 610%. It's not bad. The tax man is cometh. We need to get another fisher up. That's for sure. Thinking I'm going to hold off on giving away the copper. I like giving away the coal. Do the max shipment. See what we can get out of that. Supply ship. Refuse. Or actually, hold up. We do need planks. Take the second shipment. Alright. So iron and copper bars. Totally necessary if we want to get to the next tier. We're going to re-roll until we get a good tech. None. Okay. So, iron, copper, machinery. Yes. Medicine, soap, tea. Ooh, that's a good one. Fertilizers are also good, but, yeah, medicine, soap, tea. And I think we're going to get up the bathhouse. So, a bathing dock would help. Some of these guys are dirty. One bathing dock. That'll give us a little bit. We have no approval. That's great. That's okay. Definitely could use some more whiskers, though. Alright, bathing dock up. Oh, we're above capacity, too. We need another cafe. We're going to hold off at 38. That way I don't have to increase my infrastructure. I will say getting up a fishing dock would be super wise. The mining is going great, but can only go so far. I say we go underground now. But yeah, screw it. Let's start going into the mountain. Alright. So we're just gonna go straight into the mountain. Gonna deselect these other areas they were mining. Okay. We got a lot of good resources out here, but yeah, it's time to go inside. And we actually want to go in 2 directions so that we can have conveyor belt coming back out. Perfect. Nice, we're moving fast. And if we do go this direction, I would like to do Eureka. So we're going to abolish all that stuff because it's using up our influence. We are making good progress. End of day 34. Alright, plus 47. So yeah, so this guy requires solid ground, as you can see. I'm actually going to do the fish over here. We need it. We'll just do it like this. Don't want to spend any wood on this area. I guess I got a lot. Pirates want stuff. There you go. There's stuff, pirates. Alright, we'll get this filled in, and we'll get another fisher out. Which means that we need to get a bunch of farmers. Guild specialty. Farmer. Perfect. We're going to get every one of these guys as a farmer. Actually, I think I want to keep the Explorer Guild guy because I think he does something that I need. I think we needed, yeah, the Weaver. We needed him in the Weaver. There we go. Put him there. We'll increase our cloak production. All right, charcoal furnace is done. Next research. Covered bridges are cool. Chimes. Medical would be decent. Organized heating would be very wise to get into. Okay. We're gonna just start strip mining in all directions. Gonna do the whole shebang. Well, eventually we'll place these gents inside. Look how much area we have to explore in here. That will give us raw stone, and that raw stone will be used to make beautiful cut stone. We got smugglers coming tomorrow who will buy that cut stone. Making fuel is going to be pretty darn important here soon too. I really want to get this area. I really actually want to get the colony over here up, because this is where it's at. And yeah, we're also going to need to do it. So let's start. What's kind of cool about this area is if we do want to do elevators like right over here, we can. Not a problem. This back area right here, I think is perfect. Housing. This. Bunch of housing in over here. Alright, day 35 is ended. Plus 68 influence. Beautiful day. Taxman's coming tomorrow. I actually like the Taxman because he gives us technology. Every technology we get saves us boards, copper, ingots, all that jazz. This guy is going to move over here. There's flax and stuff. Nice. Smugglers here. Give him some cloaks. Give him cut stone. We'll do 2 gold bars. Like 800 right there. Not bad. Okay, we got our farmers. Whisker ship. Diligent only. Ah. This guy's healthy. I like that. I'll take the healthy guy. You can see he also has carry weight. Alright, use the rest. Yeah, our food's going down. Once this gets up, we'll get another one of these gents. Overtime both the fishers. Underground mushroom farming is also incredibly lucrative. I'll probably get something like that going on over there. But I like to get all the farming in one area, to be honest. That way they all work together. Okay, look at that. We did it. Go. Get another storage shed right there. Another farmer. That's beautiful. Earthwork. Okay. Move the earthworks back over here. Back in business. Get those 2 houses up in the corner. That eventually we'll have, I think, elevators all back here. This is a good place, central place. We can stack the houses, make a whole thing out of it. Put a ton of housing in this area. Put all the storage right here. I want to get better warehouses unlocked. We're definitely going to need to really ramp up. So if we want to do this proper, we need to get into ore furnace, and we need to get to tier 1 immediately. Alright, and these guys are just going to start carpet cleaning down here. What's cool is when you have this, eventually you get the conveyor belt. But until you get the conveyor belt, I found the wisest thing to do is to get pathing. This. So at least they run fast to work. There you go. They have a fast route. We got plenty of storage here. That's great. End of day 36. Go plus 28 influence. Taxman's coming today. We should have more than enough to pay him. The supply and whisker ships. Okay. Hopefully we can move this guy in now. There we go. Pop from. Beautiful. They got their work cut out for them now. Like honestly, what we can do is get a few storage bins outside. You can also get the storage bins in there, but those do this for now. A tax collector is here. Okay, a bunch of fish. All the gold. Give them a good chunk of that stuff. There we go. All the taxes paid. Wood is going to be definitely our bread and butter. Fly ship. Do I want anything? That's the question. Don't. We're going to reject. Plank. Okay, ore furnace for sure. We just got ore furnace. That saves us time. And 10 ore becomes a huge bottleneck later. We're going to take the 10 ore. I'm gonna think ahead. That 10 ore is going to make a lot of ingots for us. With the copper, you need copper and 10. So we now have the capacity to make charcoal and ore. And what we need to do is start researching warehousing. I'm going to put this guy's over here. Not very efficient, but I want to get my mega industrial hub over here. So we're going to have a mega industrial hub over here. We'll have more houses here. We have all this over here. We actually could mine all this flat and do something over here. But you can see there's a lot of copper here even. Oh man, there's just so much potential in this island. This island's really good. Alright, Whisker ship. Any moment Diligent is coming aboard. Reroll. Reroll. Oh, one last reroll. Warm core. I'll take the warm core. I'll take the compassionate. Get 2 more whiskers here. We're gonna need them. I feel like the sawmill's not going fast enough for us now. Overtime the sawmill. Yeah, we can get this guy going here. No matching whiskers. Okay, let's go to the school. Guild specialty. Okay. Do it. Get 3. Well, this farmer would count. Let's get 3 farmers here. Overtime the fishers. Reject the remaining whiskers. And we have another spot for a house right here. That up. We're getting kind of dangerous, like I said, but yeah, we're getting real dangerous. This is good. We're clearing out the wood. Day 37 plus 71 approval. Not bad. Ooh, I'm trying to think how we want this. I think we want storage buildings right across from production buildings. This isn't bad over here. We're getting a good amount of flax. This is bad, though. We almost kind of want to do like a crossroads in here. We're probably going to get conveyor belts, though. And yeah, we need to move into fuel production. We will hit winter, and hopefully we'll be a little bit better prepared this time. We're going to have an ore furnace. It'll be amazing. We have a ton of fishing areas over here. Eventually there won't be this. It's going to be all elevators, so we'll be able to have all our fishing right here. Ton of potash over there. Iron ore. Oh, wow. Ooh. There's a good chunk of iron ore over here, which is pretty important. End of day 38. Look at that. Approval skyrocketing. If we can get out of these bad houses over here, that would be ideal. See, let's just delete a house until it says we have no housing. Okay. House. This house will give us 2. I'm going to delete another house. Yeah, we'll have 2 housing in here in a second. Cut stone. And some cloaks. Get 1 bar. Nice, organized eating. This is actually really important. You can see that these are much better. We'll get 1 here. Oh, nice. I didn't realize I could do that. Just have it come up. Okay, yeah, 1 here, 1 here. Pause real quick. Right. This is important. We're going to delete this. This. Definitely need to get 1 in here. Okay. Got all that jazz. 1 over here. Honestly, 1 right there. A little overkill in some spots, but that's alright. And then this guy, we just need to delete this. Right there. What do you mean? What do you mean you can't touch it? Literally right there. Alright, I'm gonna replace this one. There we go. Got glitched out, but that will do it. And then we need a fire tender. The fire tender I'm just gonna put in the back over here. Taxman is cometh. Give him the fishies. Gold. Not giving him my tin. Give him wood. Coal. There you are. Okay, fishies. Alright. We got ourselves an apprentice. But we do not. Okay. So now what we need to do is train an apprentice. I'm going to pull one of the apprentice out here. I'll pull this one. Train the diligent guy to be an apprentice. Put the other guys back. Oh, nice. We're going to take the smoker. We're going to take the iron and copper. It's going to help us get to the next tier. Smoker's a big one. We can use fuel, make smoked fish. That's going to give us a massive amount of influence. Diligent. Take them. Not even a question. Alright. Earthwork guy needs closer. There we go. Alright, so these are Explorer Guild and miners. Okay. We got one miner, not an apprentice. I guess we'll train the miner to be an apprentice. Supply ship is here. I think we're actually going to take the light one, the T's. All right. We're getting a lot of people out of stone housing, which is a beautiful thing. We're also getting prepped with bonfires. We desperately need to get the... I'm just going to get people in here working. We can get fuel. We just need to start stockpiling fuel. Plus 72. And we're getting close to the point where I'm going to start moving things, basically. And there's a lot of inefficiency. Earthworks will be done here soon. This guy's doing a good job. He's just cutting everything down. Eventually, we'll get conveyor belts and all types of jazz. The big thing that I need to research... Not researching anything. Crap. Coppersmith, nah. Let's just do it. Let's go to tier 1. Great. There's a lot of good stuff in tier 1. I need to get the bigger warehouse. Flyers here. We'll take the small T's. We're going to overtime the fishers. This third fisher, though, is really necessary right for us. We're dying. Okay, we got more boards now. I'm going to destroy this house in the way. I want to start getting up pathways, making them faster. I'll tell you right now that there are no pathways underneath this. Speed is very important. There we go. We got some major pathways now. Will help us with our speed. The backside here, more up. Alright, fire tenders back here, not bad. And the earthworks is done. I'm just going to take everyone out of it. Alright, we got exactly what we need. We just need to get these guys trained. Oh, there we go. I didn't realize I had an apprentice already. Miner. Hold on a second. Fire that one guy. We don't want too many apprentices. They're really needy. We're gonna get this one last apprentice for the fishing dock. Alright, we got the one bathing dock. Eventually, what's funny is eventually I'll have more planks than I know what to do with, but right now, kind of an annoyance. We'll have a bunch of houses out over here. Honestly, I think what we should do is place the houses sideways here. I'm just gonna place a house for now, just to remember to do it, because we can go lengthwise, and, you know what I'm saying? Do it all the way here, but we can go sideways with some of these houses too. Oh wow, maxed out. We should use that to buy Eureka. Research test. Alright, yeah, we want Eureka right now. Eureka will save us a lot of resources. Probably one of the best ones you can get. Alright. We got our fisher going. Overtime him. Pool is out. 2 people in the ore furnace. Okay. We need, we desperately need more people. Go. I want... Take the sick guy. Goes, we don't care. Alright, I'll put them in for now. Overtime the charcoal furnace. Overtime the ore furnace. Overtime sawmill. Beautiful. Get to that research tier 1 here in no time. We got a lot of work to do to get this place efficient, but we're building to it. Alright, let's get some storage back here. And we can actually get logistical workers here in a bit too. But honestly, we're kind of doing awesome. Alright, look at this. We got some redundancies here. Okay, this guy doesn't need to exist. Get rid of him. This makes sense to me. All these make sense to me, so this is good. And we got a nice little bit of pollution over here now. Alright, overtime all the fishies. We're definitely going to need the cafe upgraded at some point. Alright, 35 fuel. Very good. I like these houses for this farming here and some of the industry here. Need to bust it out back here in a bit. I was hoping I could get lucky. 1 fuel and 3 fish make 5 smoked fish. What I was hoping is I could get the better storage. And we only have these small warehouses, and these suck. Now they have large and giant warehouses. They just take a ton of boards. Yeah, the pollution's kind of pissing people off. That happens. A dirty fur. A couple things are kind of impacting us. We get another bath up. There just isn't enough room for all of them to bathe. They get a little pissy. That's an easy one, too. Let's just get another bathing dock right there. We haven't had any fatalities yet, which is really awesome. Okay. I'm gonna give them logs. Big old wad of fish. Bowl. Go. See if we can get some technologies. Wood does become one of the better ones for trade. This guy down here, I want... Oh, the one for 300 has so many good things, but we're going to say no to all. Okay, this guy sucks. We got 6 rerolls. We're rerolling for tech. Wind chimes plank, not good enough. Wind chimes planks. Alright, copper and iron, spicing and ration. Bisons? Spices. There we go. Bison. Alright. Whisker ship is here. 76. I'll take anyone with diligent. Nope. We're at 40 whiskers. We're doing great. We're time the fish. But you can see that we're at 570, 570, 590. Getting smoked fish is probably one of the smarter things I could do now. So let's get a smoker up. Come up right here. I'm going to delete a lot of this stuff and rebuild it here soon. I just want to get the right warehouses first. I mean, like, I know how big the warehouses are, so... I would like to get one down. If I can get the warehouse down... Yeah, that would be ideal. Here's the problem, though. We're going to need a double like this. Yeah. Because what I need to do also is have a place for conveyor belts and stuff. If I double, actually, triple. We need a 3 tile gap. Go. Okay. So this is where storage is going to be, and this is where crafting is going to be. 1, 2, 4, and I think like this. I think this is it, right? The storage. The conveyor belts will come in the back here. Fish will be here. We'll have some over and under. That'll be great. Then we have all these gents over here working very diligently. We're at 23%. We have more than enough copper. We have more than enough planks. Well, not more than enough planks, but we will. Day 42. Bland food is killing them. We'll get this smoker up. That's going to make a huge difference. And I think with the charcoal furnace, all the wood that's coming in should be no problemo. There's an enormous amount of wood up here. That's good. Just had to walk all the way to here to get it. That's why I want to get my production buildings and storage all centralized. We can use conveyor belts from over here to go into the central storage. Alright, we're looking good. So hopefully we can now get a bunch of fuel. Get the smokery up. Got a lot of stuff going on. We're doing great. The stump removal now does work on your own farms, so that's a good one, but as we saw, it's a % chance. So I would like to get the smoker up so that we can get more approval. We need to like really focus on approval. We have enough flax coming in. You saw that we had tons of cloaks. That's great. So the easy ones that we could hit are like bathing docks, additional cafes. I'm going to hold off on that though because this is servicing 34 of 40. So only 6 are not getting that bonus. And I don't really want to put a whole worker dedicated to just 6 people. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But once we get some more people on the island, I think we're going to go that direction. I can see why getting everything flat and centralizing it could be advantageous. I always kind of just use conveyor belts personally. But let's see what we can do over here. So no student. All right, cool. So we got this guy. This should be max now. So if I pull out, there we go. So the charcoal furnace is now going to be at 300% efficiency, plus whatever foods I can get them. Also, the smokery is going to give us the fish. So if you come over here and you look at smoked fish, see it gives plus 10 production and plus 5 movement speed, compared to just plus 5 movement speed from just normal fish. The smoked fish is pretty important. So as long as we can keep up with, and we're going to overtime this, as long as we can keep up with wood, we can make a lot of fuel, and it's no biggie. Now over here, you can see there's gold and all types of stuff. This is actually we're gonna pre-mine this gold and the copper. Oh whoa, we have tin. Last time I didn't even have tin on my island, so this is cool. I would never trade. At a certain point, don't trade your copper and don't trade your tin. Go ahead and sell your gold if you want, but you need gold for tier 3. I'm probably not going to hit tier 3 in this because it takes something like 40 hours or 50 hours, and I just fortunately don't have 50 hours put into it. I like to go a good distance, and you get about 10 hours into a good build. All right, day 43 plus 121, beautiful. Like I said, my favorite one is Eureka. Over here, we're at 34%. Very valuable. We have a lot of copper bars. Got double time there. All right, look at that. So we're making a lot of copper ingots. Copper bars, I should say. Banditos have come. And we're going to pay them in a little bit of cloaks. Oh, well, we can pay them in fuel, too. That's pretty good. Yeah, fuel's pretty good. All right. Send the ransom. Get him out of here. We got a supply ship, a whisker ship, and a smuggler coming today. This, I think, is the smuggler. Yeah. So, yeah, you can trade fuel to the smuggler as well. And you can see we have a lot of cut stone. And a lot of soap. Oh, I don't think I turned soap on to increase bathing quality. I'm not going to either. I'm going to sell it. Same with the medicine. That's just an amazing amount of money. All right, right there, 5 bars. There we go. Now we have, I love the gold bars because they take up like 1 slot. I think they take up 1 slot at least. And they're worth 233. Here's a whisker ship. So we're looking for diligent only. Apprentice with a warm core. I'll take an apprentice with a warm core because we're gonna need more apprentice. Strong shoulders and rude plus 2 carry capacity. That's actually a good one. I'll take the rude. Yeah, we do need to get more people, so I'll take a few. I prefer diligent, but those aren't bad. Okay, you can see we got it going on now. We got the mining operation in full speed. So over here, we are going to need a farmer's apprentice. So what I want to do at the school is train an apprentice. So we'll train, or actually we can just convert this apprentice because it's smart to convert, right? We're going to convert him into a farmer. That way, the less apprentice we have, the less needs. You want to keep their needs down. You don't want to have more apprentice than you need, okay? I learned that the hard way. There we go. We'll get 1 guy in there. Eventually, I'm going to align everything over here. That's kind of the next goal. And over here, let's take the small fry one. Because I want to continue to get... Yeah, the tax collector's going. I want to continue to get free tech points. Sometimes you can get some good stuff. Alright, so we got houses over here. Got 35 boards. And so this is great. We're going to have a massive housing. Oh, I think we can do it too. So this was the concept, was... Yeah, have all these houses lined here and stack houses here and just have a massive little area there. It's beautiful. All right, I'm going to put 1 house here. I like to have visual cues to remind me of the decisions that I made. Sometimes you can forget. Okay, day 44. Ooh, we lost 2. Ah, cool. We got the extra bathing dock. You need a luxury supplier for the soap. That's why it wasn't being put in. And that's fine. We don't have that. Nor do I want to create that at this moment. We should actually probably put the fire tender somewhere in the middle here. Alright, taxman's cometh. All the fish. A bit of coal. We're just going to sell the gold ore because it's going to be forever before we even get to gold bullions. And, ooh, we don't have as much flax as I used to. A little bit of wood, maybe? And a little bit of charcoal. Alright, let's see if we can get some free technology. Alright, whisker ship is here. Oh, darn. A diligent apprentice. I'm sure we can find a spot for him. That's the only one I'm going to take. All right, this all sucks. We're going to roll until we get what I want. Upkiss. All right, 10 ore. We have lots of it. Medicine, soap, tea. The tea is where it's at. I'll take the iron and copper. Machinery wears down 50% slower. Nah, we'll take the medicine and all that. We can trade it. Okay, we have a house over there being built. So the first thing I want to do is get the research going. I kind of feel like, ooh, why is he so crappy? Educated. I kind of feel like we need to get another educated worker. All right, so we got this going. Beautiful. All right, so the smoker over here. There we are. Now we're going to be making smoked fish like no tomorrow. Okay, everything is dialed in now. This is good. I feel like we're not bringing in the amount of fish that I want. But a lot of the things that I want to do, I can't do until I get the next warehouse. So we're at a research lab. Yeah, we're nice. Got a free research. Yeah, it's going to take forever unless we get an educated whisker. We have 4 free individuals. Okay. So what I'm going to do is pull him out so that I can teach somebody. And I'm going to just teach, not the farmer. Strong shoulders. Let's, slow. Doesn't walk very fast. That's the perfect person for this because he just gets out of his house and goes right into the education center. We're going to do that. Okay, we're full there. We got plenty of upper storage, but that is slowing everyone down. Eventually I'm going to get warehouse and logistical workers. And we could actually do that now. The best way to speed things up is to have minimums. So you see the stonecutters putting everything here. Seems like they're naturally putting things next to, yes, the weavers right over here. Sawmills right there. Beautiful. All right, 120 approval. Perfect. Just have one person who is not housed. That will be remedied here shortly. There's a lot of good places around here. I think what we'll do is we'll put the small storage down here, and then on the second row, if we can get the higher tier storage unlocked, which I need to see where it is, right? So there's, I think it's probably tier 2, the large warehouse, high storage capacity. Tier 2 may not get that far, but we'll get the medium warehouse at least, and conveyor belts and all that, and elevators. Okay, yeah, all the good. We need to unlock research tier 1, I think, or I think they have it now that you have a higher chance of getting a technology when you turn your taxes if you have that tier unlocked potentially. I've gotten them before, gotten the high tier ones. Right, the cafe. I feel like if you have 2 people in here, it should increase the amount you could have, but it doesn't. Let's see. Oh yeah, raw food. Smokers at 430%, but the drawback is when they're moving around, right, to find a place, put the goods. That's where the inefficiency comes from. So you want to have storage sheds, and you can make it, and we probably should. You can make it so that the logistic workers are always emptying them, right? You can reject this. This is the way you set it up. You reject all. You do all this stuff. You use the small guy. You have logistic workers move it into the big guys, and that's what we're gonna do over here. Once I get everything, because we can destroy and rebuild pretty quickly. I'm trying to think of what I want to convert. There's a lot of housing over here. I could destroy it and move it. It's gonna be a whole phase. This place served me well, but this place will serve me better. This is honestly like a really good place for mining, and this place over here is the best place for the colony itself, in my opinion. But you gotta start where you gotta start. This actually wouldn't have been a bad place to start, to be honest. You got a lot of trees, you got a lot of basic resources. These giant mountains are, you know, this big old strip malls. Alright, winter is coming. We need to get these educated whiskers going. Alright, day 46. Like some of them are getting the good fish. It's cool as we have this whole area here for building too. Actually, I want to take one of the mining camps over here, because if I mine out this whole area here, this would actually afford me a lot of room. More buildings. This is a good spot for buildings right here. Really close to storage. Actually, yeah, this part over here, not so much. Mining this whole thing out here. Be a nice little area. Smugglers are here. I don't really have anything I want to trade them. I want to, yeah, so smoked fish is great for trading. Yeah, soap and medicine. Oh, wait, yeah, medicine, definitely. Okay, let's get 3. That was one good thing about that. That reward is it did give us some money. Right, Whisker ship. I don't like any of them. Yeah, they have to run these resources back quite a distance. That's the biggest problem. I should probably think about something. This is the hardest part, though, is that there's too many trees here. So we do need to get the warehouses up sooner rather than later. Alright, supply ship. I'll go with the cheapest one. Taking a little bit of time getting educated. And it's kind of pissing me off because they're putting the fish in. But look, there we got some smoked fish in there. So 12 of them will get the smoked fish. Eventually, if you can, you need to just tell them to... Okay, we have 41 fish. So I don't know if we're producing enough to fill this whole thing. You can deselect the fish. They only will do the smoked fish. That's going to give us an approval bonus, but most importantly, it's going to give us a production bonus. We're going to work all the fishing docks overtime. Okay, so we're at a place where the gameplay is going to get a little boring because I have to move literally everything over to this side. So I want to do the Great Leap Forward. I want to go forward a little bit and get some work done. So essentially what I'm going to do is I might have to remodel this. I'm going to unlock medium warehouses, and I'm going to start building them over here. And then on the other side, right here, I'm going to be building all of my industry buildings. So I'm going to have all my workers literally right here with elevators, all that jazz. That's the in-game goal. We're going to start clearing this out. We're going to move the farming from over here to there. Most likely going to delete a lot of this because it's crap storage, right? And we don't need it. I'm most likely going to build and delete the fishing docks and place them off to the side over here. So there's going to be this great shift. Now what's perfect is the central warehouse actually does have a backdrop. So we can use a conveyor belt into the central, we can, delete these houses, conveyor belt into the central warehouse, and or conveyor belt all the way over here. Just leave the central warehouse here for any kind of storage over here. But I want to shift away from over here. I don't really care about the dock being there. It doesn't have that big of an impact. But what we need to do is kind of move away from this archaic start. And you get most of your resources back when you delete. So we want to build everything around this giant storage area that I'm going to be building out here in a second. And it's going to be glorious. And yeah, Mousetopia is going to be here. We'll leave a good chunk of these houses. I might leave like the research lab. Okay, we got both our researchers. I might leave like some of these things over here, right? The research lab. Might leave like some of these houses here. And I might leave, quite honestly, the flax and weaving, I might leave over here. Doesn't need to be over here. We can make a industry-specific zone for it. But the cafe and all that needs to be where the people are. In my opinion, we have this whole back area here. We desperately, desperately need a ton of elevators. Stairs are good. Stairs are good when you have hundreds, though. So you can make an argument. I find that the elevators mainly do well in industry zones where you have like 5 or 10 people running around. So it may be that I have a more intricate stair system. All right, end of the day. And we're going to need quite a bit of copper bars. Great. Pretty stoked about having 2 researchers, but yeah, one of them is a little slower. And the resources, we may need to move the research lab. I'll show you the beginning of winter so you can see my setup for the fuel. And you can see why I'm pumping out so much fuel. We have 21 cooked fish. Yeah, so we don't have enough fish to cook fish to be able to disable anything. All right, we're at 62 max. That means we can get some new policies. And one of the policies that I want is pulling tree stumps provides a chance to get extra wood. This is my favorite. Okay, cost 4 per. 1 extra, that adds up. It really does. It's like, that can be like up to, 20, 30, 40, 50 wood. We got a lot of food coming in. I'm gonna overtime the sawmill. Overtime the weaver. Oh, crap, I didn't realize I didn't put that apprentice in there. Weaver's gonna go Super Saiyan mode now. Everyone's looking pretty decent. Yeah, this is gonna be a little tough to... We do have some good stuff going on over here. A ship. Now this is the question. Do you take the good stuff or... I think we're gonna try to pay our taxes at the beginning of the year. I do have to think about this. It's like, how... Do I just want to get a bunch of new... Like, do I want to leave this as it is? Probably not, because it's not set up very well. I mean, it's set up well enough, but it's not set up... it could be better. It could be much better. Especially over here when I get it rolling, because we're going to have laborers on every tier, and it's going to be beautiful. We have 109. So, like, realistically, we want to start building out this area. Alright, like 2 houses at a time. Start getting this prepped for the move. Alright. I could have done it like this, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna do it sideways the whole way, like that. Alright, yeah, that is more than enough over there. It is winter time, so we have 2 whiskers. So it's 0 degrees. We're gonna come over to the fire tender. Get 2 people in there. We're gonna overtime them on the first night. They're gonna start getting up all of our fuels. They have to get fuel from here, so this was a bad spot to put it. Here's warehouse. I should have probably put it over here in the middle, but that's okay. They'll get it going. We do have to go into the mine. Yeah, and you can see them at work. I like to click on the buildings because it will show you where they're going. So he's fueling up the mining area. There we go. Got 1. Turn on the temp gauges. That will keep some of the fishing guys warm. Clothing, I believe, does help, but they reduce the radius on your flames, too. That's another reason why condensing is kind of necessary. So I'm going to actually turn off the woodcutter, because it's pretty dangerous over there right now. We need to get storage over there. That is one reason why you don't want your guys too far away, to be honest. You can do it at a later point. But in the early game, okay, we're gonna have fire here. We got this fire. Okay, that fire is not gonna be sufficient. Okay, so let's turn off this. Think about this. All right, I'm gonna place a fire guy, like, yeah, right here, an extra fire guy, because this area needs it. Plus 63. Oh dang, we must have used a ton. Alright, yeah, we must have used a ton on logs. That's crazy. And there's one more fuel guy over here. We'll get that one up. The important thing is that nobody gets sick. They will perish. But as long as the fire tender is on overtime, he'll just keep working through the night. We're doing great. Education, yeah, now we're at 81%. We might even need to get a second research. Ooh. You see, they're getting a little bit pricier, especially in the winter. I don't really care if they're happy or not, so I'm not gonna buy teas or anything. We don't have any whisker ships showing up anytime soon. We have plenty of fuel. I think we have too much going on with the copper bars. Like, I think we have too many. I'm gonna take them out. Have them help build. Fire tender. Oh, you know what? This isn't bad. They got some good pathways. There we go. Got that fire up. There we are. Okay. This is working. Except for the fishers down there. Yeah, we're gonna set this up right. And once they get this fire up, this field will be good. So this is it, you know. We have fire guy going on down here in the mines. Everything's okay over there. So we're gonna focus now on trying to shift everything over here. It's gonna be a little pricey. We're gonna have to do it a little bit at a time. The primary thing I need to do though is get to tier 1, and then we're gonna go straight into medium warehouses. And this is cheap. This is a cheap research. Then we're gonna do conveyor belts. Oh wow, yeah. We'll do these two guys first. Where do we want to go? Bronze smelting, probably a wise thing. We can go straight into tier 2 if we did that. Oh, they're not that cheap. That's telling me what I have left on this one. Yeah, it doesn't tell me what the research cost is, my bad. Elevators for sure, stone stairs, stone pathing. So I'm gonna keep all my cut stone because we're gonna do some major upgrades. Alright, yeah, they're doing some weird pathing over here. I should probably... They're just cutting across anyway. Maybe I should have my pathing differently, but I want to fill this up. Alright, we're getting those houses going. Guy over here is having problems. That's alright. For the most part, I think everyone's doing okay. And we got 7 days. Alright, so let's do the great leap forward, and I'll try to get a good portion of it done. And we'll take it from there, because there's a lot to do once I hit that point. Then there's this whole step. Alright, so we made it through the winter, and I actually did line this up perfectly. So 1, 2, 5 medium warehouses that we can place here. Now, I'm not going to do all of them, right? I'm just getting it aligned with what we want. And on top, we'll do potentially some of the larger ones. So what I want to do now is start shifting production and everything over. And we're just going to do this one step at a time. But first, let's get up all the housing that I have procced over here. So we have 59 boards, so destroying a house isn't going to aid us too much over here. We just need to start shifting everything over. And yeah, that actually didn't take me that long to get to the point. We're going to start at the furthest end. So we're going to use a very similar system to what I had before. Wow, we can actually get up pretty much every one of these, where we have storage sheds in between. They're great. We'll get the logistical workers to come and see these. We'll basically set... You can just set one storage, to be honest. You don't need to set all of them. You can set one storage shed to be emptied, primary. But we're going to get as many fishing docks as possible. So I have 4 whiskers building right now. Now, all my flames just went out because it's spring. I may have been premature. Probably was. I don't want to lose anybody. That was silly of me. Let's get the guy going back out there. My whisker ship is here. Educated, diligent. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I just realized his expectations are so high because he's educated. Well, we can get another researcher going. Swift monarchist. Naturally loyal to the laws. I don't like any of those things. We'll just take the one. Go. A little bit of influence. And we're getting a lot done. We're getting a lot of wood from the stump removal. Being used quite often, in fact. And right now we're getting conveyor belts. So conveyor belts are going to be a huge game changer for us. So one of the reasons I did everything... Okay, I take it back. I put this in the wrong spot. The conveyor belt's going to come through this area back here. Storage is going to go right here. Now, let's see. I kind of want to get the conveyor belt system up so we can see... We need lift stairs, right? So we're going to have a belt here, and then the stairs going into multiple areas. We'll have probably a warehouse for all the goods here and all the warehouse for all the goods there. So we are going to need this gap right here in the back. That's not bad. So with that, we'll probably get rid of this. So yeah, let's wait till we can get everything situated and get everything set up correctly. The production buildings probably will go on this side. We have a lot of room for production buildings right here and storage. This is actually potentially better. Yeah, because we're going to have the mining coming in over here. I'm probably just going to destroy a lot of these houses. We actually do need more whiskers for building. So I may just start taking people on just for the sake of having them. Okay, and the mining camp over here is done. So I did clean up this area over here. And I need more copper, actually. I'm running low, real low. So we're going to place him over here. We need to get more people mining. We have a lot to do. Went through an enormous amount of copper. And if we want to make 10 of the better stuff over there, I had to turn the ore furnace off for that reason. Okay, we got enough fuel, I think. Take the fire tenders out, so we got 5 builders. But we do need to focus on building out this area. This is actually a really cool area. I'm thinking we're gonna line this spot back here with elevators. Stairs are nice, but you know, if I get enough elevators, they're pretty expensive. If I get enough of them, we're gonna be in good shape. Problem right now is a lot of our infrastructure is over here. Yeah, a lot of our infrastructure over here. I want to bring it up here. We can already get some of the best wood in the game over here. And there's a lot of iron ore deep inside of this spot here. And this isn't bad. I think we're just gonna leave the 3 layers isn't that big of a deal. A couple stairs will fix that. I think tomorrow will be the first real day of spring. We're at day 58. Oh, plus 77 influence. See, we're using a lot. Day 59. Alright, we're at 5-degree temps now. Tax collectors coming tomorrow. Today, we have nothing. Tomorrow we have like every single person in the world coming. And it's a shame. You cannot move the farm, so we'll have to rebuild them. Okay, but yeah, we're going to rebuild all the fishing docks. All the houses. I'm going to pull these woodcutters out just for the time being. Get some more workers. I may just take a whole row of whiskers. I may just take as many people as I can. Just to get this process going faster. Nice, we're almost at conveyor belts. And this is, like I said, where Eureka really comes into play. Definitely want to get rid of these stone houses. Okay, rid of those. Want anyone accidentally living in there. We have an insane amount of stone, which is becoming a problem. Stone cutter can't keep up. And we do have a lot of stuff in store. I think if you delete these, I don't know if it sits on the... Gotta be careful. Alright, conveyor belt is up. Okay, so the conveyor belt is going to come from this area. And this is what you want to think about. So you need a belt like this. And you need to be able to feed it in. Right? Yeah, this is the perfect width there. And then the storage itself is going to be here. So let's get this all lined up. This will be the first guy. Okay. Boom. Boom. So we didn't need too much. We can actually utilize some of this room too. It may even be smart to put pathways through this. Let's think about that, right? So for the conveyor belt, we want, I think, yeah, it's right here. Have a conveyor belt right here. Okay, cool. So there's that. There's this guy. What I'm thinking we do is have a pathway like that. We'll have multiples, but it's good to have the fish docks, all these guys. They need room. We can have an elevator system here too, because there's this whole blank area. I like to use this for elevator stuff. Helps out a lot. And then that means over here we have our front. So now we have established parameters. All this. We know exactly where to place everything. And what's cool is we can keep our city over here, and we can start building this very slowly. Come over to our factory. So we want a sawmill, but we want a sawmill with a logistical spot. So we're gonna place the sawmill here. That, but we're gonna have storage chest that is just for the sawmill's boards or wood. We can store wood here. The boards can just go... You almost want to do both, actually. You almost want to do both. you want to have one for input and output. We'll do that instead. That's how we're gonna piggyback all this stuff. Honestly, a smarter way to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is extremely expensive. Actually, because what I'm thinking is we have multiple. So let's actually think about this real quick. We're just gonna do 2, because I know I'm spending a lot of resources. So the stone cutter, also gonna need an in and an out. So 2 of them for the stone cutter, and 2 for this guy. So that's actually perfect. It gives us an extra. Stone cutter like that. With right there. Oh, okay. So we got a bunch of little extras. We could have multiple drop-offs, right? Big deal. But this is how I like to do it. And then you can build on top. Resources. Factory. Okay, so charcoal and the ore and the weaver and the carpenter. Carpenter I'm not too concerned with right now. Weaver and the spinner. We do want to get a spinner here soon. Pause the game real quick. So the next technology that I actually do want to get up, black spinner. Okay, the stone cutter I am actually going to destroy. And get the planks over there. I am going to build both these medium houses. Gonna get the sawmill up. Stone cutter. I'll leave the fishing dock right there. So the other gent in this mix for mining, he's gonna come in here. Stone cutter's gonna be here. We'll have the stone unload right here. We'll be using conveyor belts to move all the trees down here, so they're not gonna be moving it by hand. It's gonna save us an immense amount of energy. The cafe, so the cafe, like food storage is all gonna be in this area. The fish is here. The food storage will be over here too. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm thinking the cafe and all of these buildings can come over here. We can leave our main building there. We can replace these fishing docks with bathing docks. Oops. Realized that guy was there. I got distracted. Alright, the tax collector is here. And we're slacking on fish, but I still think it's good. I'm gonna pay... Actually, we're gonna pay nothing. -5. Okay, well, we have to pay something. Okay. Just pay the bare minimum. We spent too much resources. I know. I gotta get the woodcutter back into action. But let them build all this out. We're gonna need a 4th fisher. 2. Perfect. We're doing good. We could definitely do a little bit better. We'll take the cheapest one. But that's why when I made my mine, I made that second little area there. We'll have a drop-off point in there. And I'm on the fence. It's like, do I hire a bunch of these? Inquisitive, learns faster at schools, unsafe, diligent. We don't want that. Apprentice, thoughtful. Some of these guys are just have such high requirements. Loner, unhappy sharing home. My pay. I hate all of these. Let's re-roll. Inquisitive. Inquisitive isn't bad. Gifted teacher isn't bad either. I don't like slow. I don't like anyone who plays to the extremes, to be honest. Alright, we'll take the 2. Alright, we got the rope spinner. Alright, so the next thing that we want... Netters would be smart. Nets are actually really cheap. Okay, so we got the flax spinner. So the flax spinner, you can see, has, I think, an upstairs entry point. Something to be mindful of when building out. Dude, we could even do it all in the back here. That's what's kind of crazy. Take advantage of some of this stuff, leaving room for others. This is a perfect stepstone. Problem is that the second level is going to be 2 tiles up. And this entry is on the 2nd tile, not the 3rd tile. We need to be on the 3rd tile. Makes sense. Weaver's on the bottom. Spinner on the top. But we'll let them get this going. Guess we should set high priority. We do need planks, so we'll overtime plank production. Probably need a little bit more flax production. Alright, and they're doing a good job. They're building out quite a bit. Alright, we got the sawmill back here. We'll need to start moving one farm at a time up here. Actually, what we need to do is get a farm up here to start moving these rocks. Or we could just forget it. We can do it later. Probably smarter to do it later. Use the area that has less people. And you can actually, interestingly enough, you can, if you do it like this, you can actually put the trees underneath. You don't lose any space when you build like that. You should be doing that too. We'll get the farm up. Actually, yeah, so the farm should probably be, we should probably just have a bunch of farms in the center here. The houses are all up over here. This is great. Oh wow, plus 239. Beautiful. A lot of folk live over here. But we do need to get the farms going over here. Okay. So this guy, we need to get all the flax and all this stuff out of here. And slowly but surely, oop, pirates are here. Slowly but surely, we're gonna clean this area up. We're just gonna pay him clothing and machinery. We'll get the farm. I'm thinking 2 farms right there in the center. Probably like 4 in the long run. We need these planks. We'll take the medium load. Okay, whisker ship. Compassionate. Apprentice. Strong. I'm gonna take 4 of them. I'll take the 1 monarchist because he's not too bad. I'll take 4. Okay, we got 1 medium warehouse up. You kind of can see the direction we're going here. This is where things are going to get real, right? We need to line this up, and this is the expensive part. But for the mostly this is going to be pretty straightforward. Okay, and okay, so this is where things get a little tricky. We need to make sure that people can pass through this area. So we're going to place the storage belt over and then slide it in. Oh boy. Yeah, we're a little bit off our mark. My question is, I don't know if this will work. People can walk under the slide. They can't. Placement blocked. Okay, well, we have to put the slide here. Well, I guess actually I'm being silly. We could just do it like this. Have it go literally straight in. There we go. I was like, I guess I don't need it. There we go. Now we can walk underneath it. Okay. So all the wood, all the logistics. So here, only thing that it is going to store is wood. And we can put a spot up here. So now the real kicker is, like I said, how much wood can we get in this area first? I want to set this up for success too. And it doesn't matter if they're farmers or not, to be honest. It helps, but we can min-max this later. Okay. You kind of see what's happening here, right? We're going crazy. So they're gonna cut the trees. All right, netters, set the netter. Let's pause. Cut the trees. We gonna have an input hopper right here. We're gonna connect a lot of these input hoppers, right? So they don't have to walk anywhere. In order to utilize more space efficiently, we're gonna have a staircase here, up, input hopper here, and then we can simply just go above. We need more planks. Okay, let's start with that, but you get the concept. We won't have to, we can grow trees underneath it. We'll move it over and we'll connect it right here. Everything will be hunky-dory. And we'll feed right into this guy. Alright, stone cutter. I'm actually going to get the sawmill going over here. Let's get 2 of them. We need a lot of planks. We don't have a whole lot of trees. I'm actually a little freaked out about the tree situation. I think we will get rid of some cut stone. All of the smoked meat. Get 3. Okay. We need a little bit of cash. You can see the tax collectors come. Yeah. This is what happens when you focus on building. Alright, tax collectors here. Fish. Okay. I want to go all the way this time. See if we can get something special. Okay. Got 5 people building. Stone cutter. We got another whisker ship here. See who we got. Nope. Let's reroll. I don't like any of them. Let's reroll. Healthy. No. I want at least 2 good ones. Passionate. Inquisitive, strong shoulders. Okay, we'll take those 2. And we have no more rerolls. I'll take the iron and copper bars. I really actually want these planks right now. But I'm going to take the spices and ration meals. It will give us some nice influence points. I'm going to move the earthworks over here. Okay, we got the basics. Got the basics. We didn't have enough material for the input hopper and all that jazz, but that's okay. And yeah, the forger hut's doing a good job getting rid of all the stuff up here. Oh, they're eating out of the storage shed over there. There's so much to do, and you do kind of need to be smart and take your time. We need to let everybody catch up. We're burning through too much resources. Here. We're making really good progress, though, on our move. You can see what I'm trying to achieve over here is much better efficiency, much better area. This is just going to be basically a mine. And a lot of this is going to go away. There you go, plus 240. Should actually buy some new stuff. A night construction. That's a cool one. We're going to abolish research labs and do night construction since we're building so much. We have too much stone. Probably need to start hyper-focusing on copper ore deposits. Not going to give me any money right now, so I'm going to hold off on it. I'm probably needing to get up fishing, to be honest. I feel like if I were smart, what I would do is get a ton of fishing up. Over here, we're going to have the Beacon of Gondor. Eat. Same thing over here. I need to pick a spot, right? Pick this spot in the bottom corner right there. Perfect. And I'm thinking over here is where we start placing service buildings. So the cafes. Thinking we place one here, one here. I'll destroy this guy once we get that. We do need to start moving stuff over. We have 7 building. We have a lot of logs potentially coming in now. See, what's our guy set at? A stump? Yeah, 36 stumps. That's crazy. We're going through the wood pretty quick. Right here, we can just use a simple elevator at a future point. Do a step to the whole backside there. But you can see, this is kind of crazy. Gonna be a lot of trees. And there's a lot of trees here too. We'll keep using the woodcutter. We're actually gonna overtime everybody we can. Yeah, let's go overtime. Another great thing about influence is being able to overtime everybody. And you cannot discount the efficiency you get once you set up an automated transport system. It's immense. Okay, got one cafe over here, so let's get one guy in there. Having 2 cafes is going to be huge for us. That's going to be a huge bonus. And then we can use that influence to start overtiming all our fishers. This is actually looking pretty decent. But yeah, we'll start. We're gonna move the farming at a minimum away from over here. So we will need to get flax and the weaver and all that jazz over here. We have a nice area for housing. Oh shit. He got stuck back there. There's a way to... Yeah, here we go. You can move him. Crap. Alright, he went back home. That's good. I thought he was a goner. Alright, plus 172 approval. Yeah, there's another one that allows you to make trinkets with approval points. That's pretty sweet. Like anyone who has idle time. You see right here? There's like a massive opportunity right here. We have nothing here. And we're not going to. So I'm gonna put a storehouse right here, and it's just gonna be fish. Fish only. This is actually perfect. We can do the same thing here, and then we'll have the same thing over here for mining. It will come in from the side. Actually, we are gonna conveyor belt out that way. Do it like this. Conveyor belt out this way. Let's get yeah, this will be much more efficient. Let's get a double wide. And look at all that coal down here. Ooh, money. All right, we'll just cut it all out. There we go. All right, now we're moving. Supply ship. We're gonna take the medium one. I want those boards. We just need as many boards as we can possibly get. We're about to get a bunch back. And now we need to, yeah, okay, so over here, logistics, reject everything, okay? Only thing that can be stored here is fish. And how many farmers do I have? Okay, not enough. So now we need to start training farmers. I'm gonna take one guy out of the venture. Actually, leave him in the fisher. Take it out of the smokery. Alright, we're gonna train a bunch of people. So I think I'm gonna shut you down over here. I'm gonna start moving it over. We could take a good chunk of the resources from this. Get like half of them back. Kinda sucks actually. This is gonna be more efficient over here. We don't even need those little middle guys anymore. Because now we have a fish drop-off super center. So we don't even need to say... That's actually kind of cool. I didn't even think about that. Just back the warehouse straight up into it. We'll have another one for all fish back here too. Right next to it, in fact. That will give us a capacity of like almost 800 fish. Alright, we got this cafe up. We're going to put one person here. I'm going to destroy this cafe. You can see I'm just slowly moving over. Not all buildings can be moved. Alright, end of day 65, plus 220. Alright, we're maxing out. So we need to come back over to here. I'm going to get rid of the building by night. It's not doing us any good. Construction speed doubling would probably be better, but to be honest, fuel lasts longer but produces double pollution. I like that one. 25% chance for... it costs 10 per act, though. I don't like that. Mining speed doubles. So the one that I want, this. They use their free time to make trinkets. It's really good. We can use those trinkets to pay taxes. You can see we're not doing too hot right now because I'm focusing too much on the expansion. But give me some time. Okay. Yeah, we'll do the statues here in a little bit. Okay, whisker ship. Who do we got? Content. I'll take one. I can afford. Okay, so it's paramount. Paramount now that we get this up. We have our input hopper. Ba-boom. We have our slide. We have you. God. Okay. Okay, so all we gotta do now is line this up. Oh crap. We're gonna need multiple slides. Okay, so this has to be destroyed here. It's okay, because we don't need it. And light time. And it's kind of annoying. You have to get rid of these planks sometimes. They don't let you build on top of them. There we go. We're in motion. They put flax in here? Whatever. There we go. So they're just putting everything in there. Yeah, you gotta tell the hopper. You know what? I'm actually okay with them doing whatever they want. And it's no big deal, because what we're gonna do is tell them to remove everything from here, this is a good drop off. So flax, quite honestly, like flax, wheat, cotton, pepper, tea leaves, all good. Berries, all good. Mushrooms eventually from here too. Okay, those are the only things that are gonna come out of here. So now we have all that moving in here. We'll get a logistics center up in a second. There we go. So now we got, so I have these extra storage sheds. I don't even need them because the warehouse is right here. It's like, I don't even need to dial it in that much because this is the best system you can get. Warehouse is in the middle, production on the sides. There we go. Now they don't have to carry all these goods home and they can just walk it. However, there are a couple things we need to do. One is get the pathing. They run faster. Now you could destroy these trees. I'm not going to do that. Give them better pathing. We should have 2 more farmers. There we go. 2 farmers. And yeah, we're going to max this out. We're going to have 5 fishers. Students. Okay, let's get a bunch of fishers. Fishing dock. All right, we get rid of the fishing dock here. 12 wood. Yeah, wow. Look at that, 252. So they should be making trinkets now with all that free influence. And that's going to help me pay taxes. This is looking sharp. This is looking real sharp, actually. And, okay, so the next step is double stacking, right? So you're going to have a house up here. You're going to have this. And what you're going to do is you're going to have another layer of everything up top. It's going to cause issues. So for now, we're going to cancel this, but we just want to keep that in mind that we have it there. Taxman is cometh. All right, get rid of the fish, gold. I think we're just gonna, oh, the trinkets. There we go. Yeah, we had a little bit of trinkets. Maybe get more fish. None of the tin, none of the copper. Coal's fine with me to get rid of. Make fuel. We'll take a -1. We'll take the L. Okay. All right, so farmer, 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 farmer. And then over here, we'll want to get another farmer up. Yeah, getting that second cafe, you can already kind of tell it's paying for itself, right? Okay. So this is what I want to do. I want to put this guy kind of like this. I guess it doesn't matter too much, but it's not going to save me a crazy amount. I want him to be fast, so I do actually want to have a double staircase like this. Here's what I'm thinking. Link path it like that. Then staircase it like that. Then. Ooh, they're a little higher up. Because the reason that this is cool is because now he's at ground level with the trees back here. See? And thinking we also put a flame back here. He can get around to the left there. Yeah, a bonfire. Bonfire right here. Pretty darn good. Yeah, we're gonna have some weird stuff going on in here. More of the farm tool. This over here is flax. Just like all of this. Hopefully you can get a good chunk of it. What I want is to get it up into that copper. Okay, plus 167. This is what it's all about right here. Is they bring the goods over here. You fling them up. Ooh, that's not gonna work. Think that'll work? Nope. You know what? Screw it. We'll go weird. Just go a little wide on it. No biggie. Oh no, it would have worked. It's kind of weird how it aligns. I like this though. It doesn't make any sense, but I like it. Alright, we'll just see if it works. Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna let them put whatever they want on these hoppers, because whatever they send is gonna be good. The smuggler is here. See what we got. Alright, give him some of the cut stone. Give him a lot of these cloaks. Boards we're actually doing fantastic on. That's good. 3 of them. Okay, we don't have enough farmers. Okay. I think we'll have enough farmers if I take out the school person. All right, cool. Ah, we did not have a farmer apprentice. Over here, we need to get ourselves a farming apprentice. Oh, the rest of these gents here. We'll just get it going for now. Okay, so that's a lot, right? That is a lot. You can see we already have 110. So I say we get the storage out a little bit better. So storage here, storage here. Then be honest, stone storage is gonna be a little interesting. Stone cutters all the way over here. All right, so they still have to mine this area out. We're getting close. Supply ship, that's good. Okay, so we got this. Got you sending everything back. There's still a lot to clear out as far as the wood goes, so I have to kind of let it catch up. Got a good thing going though. We got lots of wood coming in. We can use that to pay taxes. Whisker ship is here. We don't have any money. Okay. Or any influence, I should say. We've spent it all on trinkets. Getting nets is a huge, huge win. Okay, let's go back to industry. So flax spinner. This is a must. Another thing you can do, honestly, it's not that big of a deal, is you just put it like this, and you get long stairs. Boom. Problem solved. And then you can also put another storage shed. And these storage sheds are really useful, to be honest. They hold 55. It's just nice having extra storage. But what I think we should do with this spot, now that I'm looking at it, is get heating in here. There we go. Okay, that's the flax spinner. Next thing we need to do is get up a weaver. A weaver here. There's there. Storage shed. Okay. Plus 216, not bad. Alright, we're getting it up. Need to get the stone cutter back in action, but got too much going on. Okay, I think we have enough boards. So I'm gonna delete you. Come over here and make sure, yeah, we got a full team here. Got a lot of action over here. I'm actually gonna delete this guy. And bring up the farming over here. There's so many trees. I don't know why I like doing this. You save 1 square. It costs a lot and you save 1 square. I just think it's funny. There we go. But yeah, I like keeping everything above. All right, so now he has a drop off. So we'll do some more stuff around him. He'll also help out with some of the stuff over here. So trees. Okay, send. There we go. More trees. We're sending a lot of resources back to town. All right, so here is the next problem. This thing gets full, everything clogs, correct? So what you need are logistical workers. And you need to set this to empty warehouse. And we're gonna need multiple of these. Now, the best place for logistics hub, my opinion, is typically... No, honestly, this wouldn't be a bad spot right here. They have to walk up and down stairs. I'm trying to think. You want them to be kind of in the heart, right? I think right here is actually a pretty good spot. We can put the warehouses right here. Yeah, we'll put a warehouse right here. We'll have the conveyor belt coming from the back side there. Perfect. Then we can have a second layer. We're going to need some room for elevators. So we may end up throwing the logistic hubs. And actually, yeah, where the logistics hubs are, this is a perfect place for just a ton of elevators. This is great. We're building it up. Okay. These houses are going bye-bye once we can. Go, plus 151. Probably start doing some more research. Alright, coppersmith. None of that's necessary for me. Let's see, what do I want? Elevators, for sure. Start researching those elevators. Right. So we have rope makers. We need. Got the weaver. Got the stone cutter. Go back to factories. Okay, weaver. Okay, so now we need an ore furnace. We need charcoal furnace. And I think we actually want 2 charcoal furnaces. Tax ship is here. Fishies. Trinkets. So you see trinkets right there. That was pretty good. Like a couple hundred. Gold. Ooh, let's go for the goal. There we go. Let's get some points and let's get some awesome tech. Okay. Smokers, I think that's good. Now the ore furnace, we can just go with one of these. And for ooh, reroll. Just ooh, good stuff there. Yeah, I think they may have nerfed like the technology gains. Iron and copper bars for the win. A ton of them. Okay, so food processing now. We're gonna want smoker, but I think we're gonna want 2 smokers. This is where the fun happens. I think we're gonna put the smokers on the back side here. Okay. I think this will work. We'll see. They're not too far away from everything to be efficient. They're also not too close. So what we want are storage sheds that we pack full of fish right here. That will work. This is how you would set up your nice little docks. So let's get a few logistical workers going. And we're going to set this guy immediately to empty. So he'll go into the other ones. This one I'm going to leave for fish only, just so there's always a place for fish. Okay. There we go. This guy's maxed. This guy's maxed. Alright, we're in business. We got 5 fisheries maxed. Oh boy. I didn't know I had a farm. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, I think it's time to officially retire this whole back area. So what I'm gonna do, start removing everything over here. I'm gonna let the soil recover. We could actually come over here and just do massive hauls of cotton. All right, supply ship. Let's refuse supplies to make it easier to pay taxes. This is my question: is what happens to these logs? So I have 82 logs, right? If I delete this, oh my god, it did destroy them. They're gone. Okay, so we're gonna empty out. We're gonna empty out all this storage. It didn't look like it destroyed it, but it did. You get a refund of these resources. I saw the resources go in, but up there it said we lost it. This is the fun part for me. Like, getting everything back. Okay, whiskers. None of them. Right now I kind of want to recuperate. Okay. Houses. Alright, now we need houses. Pirate. Yeah, machinery is good. Alright. So now we know we need one more house. So, oh boy. We got some spots over here. Let's get up. 1, 2, 3 houses back here. I think we're gonna leave room in this back part here for, there we go, got logs. I think we're gonna leave room for a bunch of elevators. Okay, 3 houses there. Now we can get 2 farmers here. Farmers here. This will get us our flax. You can see there's some rocks, so we do need to remove rocks. Look at this though. This is crazy. The amount of resources here is just nuts. Yeah, no, I do like putting them up like this though. I think it looks kind of cool too. This looks kind of janky right here, but it works. Yeah, that works. And then they're emptying out you. And then over here, yeah, I told them to empty this spot. It doesn't make sense to me that they destroy it all. Okay, we're just gonna, like, freaked out. It did definitely destroy that stuff. We're gonna empty and reject all, and just empty out these guys. There's like so much stuff stored here. Is the problem. All right, so the fuel, the smokery, all that stuff, it's coming over here. Let's get this guy going. No one in the ore furnace. Stone cutter. One guy in. Black spinner. We only really need one. Weaver. 2. Weaver has all his gents over here. I'm gonna destroy the Weaver there. There we go. Full Weaver. End the day. Day 71. So you can see it took a bit, you know, of elbow grease, but we're slowly moving everything over without too many issues. Okay, capacity reduce. Boom. And maybe it isn't destroying it. Maybe it's doing something kind of weird. That's okay. I'll leave these guys over here because they're cool. Honestly, I'll leave a lot of this stuff. I'll just empty what makes sense. These guys over here make sense to empty. Alright, smugglers are here. Fuel isn't selling for too much. Alright, I'll get 1 bar. And this is kind of bumming me out. We should be having some pretty crazy yields. Alright. We'll get to 2 fuel in a later point. I just wanted to have it there. Alright, fire, fire, fire. Okay, over here, another fire. Right here. Ba-boom. Okay, so fire, 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 fire. This is good. We've got a good spread. Fire over there. This will get most of these guys. Alright, cool. So this is working. We can see it. But yeah, you can see how much time this saves, not having to walk down there. It also looks kind of cool. I think I'm going to leave the staircase, though. We'll have... what I found, though, is if you have elevators and staircases, they will just wait at the elevator. They don't even use the staircase. And whoopsie daisy. There we go. And this is going to take a bit. We're going to need some more whiskers. The forager hut has forged everything. Put them over here. Looks like we got a spot down here. We can put a staircase. There we go. That will get them down there into the berries. Look how many freaking trees there are still. Some of these, you can see the tall ones aren't ours. That's pretty awesome. This is actually pretty fun. Like, a clean build. And it looks like the miners are making progress. That's the next thing that needs to be done. But I don't know, to be quite honest. It's kind of disgusting how much stone I have. So let's come over here. Stone cutter needs to be maxed. Alright, we need an apprentice. Oh, I got my apprentice right there. Alright, we're in business. That is actually another reason why, Whisker ship. Another reason why we need to get all the stone over here. Alright, day 72. You have this where you can cap, I can cap how much stone they get, but the thing is that they have to mine the stone. Like, right? Like I have to mine stone. You want them to get copper, all that beautiful stuff, but probably what I need to do is get multiple stone cutters. We could be selling shapestone. Taxman's here. Let's give him all the jazz. Look at that. Look at that. Fish paid almost everything. Trinkets. Oh yeah. Trinkets and fish, man. We're in business now. We're still paying all our taxes even with this giant operation. Right. Why aren't you doing your job? Well, he's cutting. We might need more farmers. Whisker ship is here, and we have zip. Okay, wind chimes. Reroll. Well, let's get the claws. And I'll take the iron and copper. If I build enough of these, he'll give me a tax break. Here's the thing. I can destroy them. But the cat statues, I think they freak people out. They're moving faster. That's kind of cool. I'm just going to build 8 of them and complete the quest. Okay, let's see. What does it do? So he saw it. Intimidated. Plus 30 movement speed. Yeah. That's actually pretty crazy. I've never used these properly. Let's leave that up. Because that's pretty cool. Well, it doesn't show a negative. We'll see. We'll see when the day ends. There's probably a negative. But for now, I'm going to use this to move all these goods. This big old cat statue. Okay. You're gone. Great is like every single one of these flames that I get rid of, the better. We're going to get back all these planks. These are ours. View. Yeah, this is beautiful. Fly ships here. I'm going to take nothing. Yeah, we're getting close. And so the big project now actually is building out more housing. So, what I need to do is stack. We need to get our warehouses correct. The mediums aren't that bad to be honest. Okay, so this is correct. All right. So we're going to have this big old thing. And this is where rope comes into play. We should have rope. This is a critical juncture. Oh, I did not get the elevators yet. Should not have done that. Okay, plus 48. So they got... Let's see, where is the negatives coming from? Only 7. Only -7. I'll keep them there for now. This is actually a good statue. Alright, this whole back area here, this is like warehouses. Nice, we got 3. 40 approval. Okay, where are we with the tech? 95%. Okay, we're close. We're close. And I probably should move my tech building back here. But I like to get everything... This is great, because I can build the cafes and everything over here and see where they are. Plank row housing, though, and housing in general, if we want to move everyone over here, has to go up now. Okay. So herein lies the problem. How do you get up here? That's going to be elevators. And not just a little bit of elevators. You need an absurd amount of elevators. Right, so let's get this going. Yeah, what we'll have is a connection point down here. Okay, so anyone can walk up and down. And we'll have an inflection point right here. Go. And you gotta build the shafts, okay? If you don't build the shafts, they don't work. So there's 3 shafts. There we go. 3 elevators. Now they can use these elevators to get up here. But this is the kicker, is we need a ton of elevators. But this is a good start. A very good start. I hate the fact that they waited 1 elevator. They eventually do get a little smarter. But in the beginning, they're kind of, yeah, see, the 2 of them went down. They kind of like get their favorites. It's weird. So the housing on the bottom doesn't have to worry about this, but the housing over here does. That's why it's good to have separate elevator systems for industry and all that jazz. Now, technically speaking, the guys down here would benefit from elevators too. But here's my problem. Once I place an elevator, they stop using stairs. They just all bottleneck on the elevators. So you need a lot of elevators. Yeah, we're gonna need too many elevators. I gotta think about that. Alright, we're gonna put the logic hub up top. Perfect. Yeah, some of these guys are getting empty. We're just gonna get rid of them. Getting close. Smugglers here. Oh, nice. Got quite a bit of fuel. Honestly, I'm just gonna let them go. I don't have too many goods. I've been spending too much. Once I stop spending, I'm gonna have more resources that I know what to do with. That's the cool thing. And now we can plug in these areas that we missed because of the trees. Alright, that's a good amount of flax for us, so we'll keep that going. This is like all stone. Okay, and so to be quite honest, like I said, you're just gonna want absurd absurd amounts of elevators, but you need rope. We have a rope maker, but I think we're running out of flax. So let's let them catch up a bit. Got the stone cutter going. Got the sawmill going. Probably, like I said, need multiple stone cutters. I think I'm just going to leave the storage sheds as is. Doing a fantastic job. Get the logistical hub up next. Had to destroy it to get the elevators. That'll allow these guys to get up top and start building. There's so much resources coming out of here too. It's nuts. Alright, Taxman's here. Wow. I don't even understand the math here. Somehow I was able to pay the whole thing in fish. 90 fish? Okay, I barely owed him anything. That was a glitch if I've ever seen one. Yeah, let's get rid of this fire guy down here. Whisker ship's here, but I spent everything on trinkets. Okay. We're gonna get rid of trinkets. And we're gonna incorporate construction speed double. Because we got a lot of houses. Okay. More tech. I don't like the tech they're giving me. I think they're screwing with me now. We should go for the good stuff then. Okay, yeah, iron bars and let's go with the go with tin ore. I don't like the stone, but I'll take the tin. Take the cheap supplies. This is the thing is we have all this junk over here. Hate it, but I don't know how to get rid of all of it. There's a lot of plank houses over here too. Base 76. It was kind of cool is we could easily do staircases too. This. Then you have to spiral up into it though. Honestly, the easiest place to do a staircase. The thing is, like I said, they prioritize weird. Maybe they'll change it. You know, they're always adding stuff to this game, which is really nice. Oh, nice. Look at that. There we go. Staircase up. Gonna place the staircase up just so they have that capacity to get to work. And we'll see what happens. This becomes the detriment of elevators, is they will only take elevators. Yeah, we have no rope. So flax is becoming an issue. I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna X out this. The trees. I'm gonna replace it with flax. I feel like we're gonna need a lot. I think we have enough trees. Maybe. Probably not. We can always do more. Okay, so this area over here is cleaned out. Supply ships here. Let's just take the small one. This area's clean. We got some like residuals. We got a lot of people. You can see the yeah, you can see it's coming down. Okay. Oh wow, that was a lot of houses. I say we go the distance here. Empty all of these guys up top. Let's just start dismantling this a little bit at a time. And moving everything over. I'm also going to do houses over here, I think. So first and foremost, what I should be doing is getting this situated. Right? There you go. Now it can come, gonna come from over here. We got that going on. But what we have over here is an opportunity. That opportunity is housing. We should for sure, you can see we have it up. We should for sure have back walkways around these areas. Just never know when you're going to want to do something. We should probably actually leave some of this open for warehouses. We want to continuously spread it. So the real kicker then would be the housing should be back here. Yeah. We'll get some houses underneath all this. There we are. We definitely need to do some decorations. I'm going to place trees behind. And then what we can do is have trees in the middle. That will give us our decoration points. Here we go. Beautiful. We'll start decorating some of the stuff in a little bit too. I think we're going to wrap around here. Actually, let's wrap around like this. And let's do some more decorations. There we go. Get some more trees up in there. Alright, that's a lot of houses, so we're just going to move them from here to here. That'll get them closer to their work sites. I think it's good to have multiple housing areas. But we'll be able to delete quite a bit. So we're just going to get rid of this building. Alright, so we got the school. Got the fire tender. Alright, so the fire tender I'm going to put over here. Services. They're fine there. Research lab. Alright, so we're coming out over here. I have an idea. We're going to place them up top. It does actually kind of look cool when you do things like this. It can look pretty neat. Alright. And then in the bottom here, decorations. Railings here. Get ourselves up a torch. Yeah, I'm going to put some torches here and there. They do look nice. Alright. Yeah, we're coming along. This whole back area here, though, it's done. Okay. Logistics hub, put 2 workers in. I think for the most part we're doing great. We definitely need some more workers. Can we move the fire? Yeah, let's see. Can we move the fire tender? No. Right. Day 77 plus 122 approval. We'll get the smoked fish going here in a bit. Oh, we should get the smoked fish going now. We're building it up. Alright, I need to let them catch up. Those schools here. Oh, those are research labs. Well, what are we researching? Oh, we got it. Cool. I'm going to delete the research lab. Workers. I'm going to delete the school. Not going to delete the fire tender because winter is coming. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we should do this a different way. Oh, that's cool. I can put the shrubs underneath. Go. Couple decorations. Go. Alright, now we have access. And we have a back area too if I want to expand. Put the schools up there. I like that. That looks good elevated. Move it out of here. Eventually all this is going to just be gone. Alright, taxman is cometh. It's crazy how much we can pay with fish. We're running low on a lot of resources though. I want to get the full prize. Okay, we're doing good. The fish, 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 fish. It's obvious to me we need more fish. Alright, the flax is coming in. Reroll. Still the same kind of bull crap. Yeah, we're not getting in the higher tax anymore. Okay. I'll take the metals. But yeah, we got a good thing going. So we got the big operation here. I mean, we're paying our taxes pretty easily. Supply ships here. We're going to reject everything. Keep that tax down. Alright, we got one. Alright, we got 4 stone in this thing. I'm just going to delete it. Whisker ships here. Checked all. Whisker startled 161. It might be having an impact on psychology now. Oh boy. Alright, we got this area over here. We got a lot to do though. I got 4 people building. Maybe I should turn on all build mode. Come over here. The extra tree stump. A lot. That's like 10 wood. But let's do building at night and construction speed doubled. Let's see if that gets us anywhere. We don't have enough influence. Okay, I'm getting rid of the statue. I need all the people happy I can get. Put the fire tender back there. I'm going to keep these guys for stone. Oh yeah, there's so many boards back here too. That's good though. I mean, we'll eventually move all the resources out. And they store things at the closest location, so... Right. Okay, so this guy back here, he's doing an okay job, but I'm going to move him over here for now. Looks like they are using the staircases, as long as the elevators are back here. I may not do elevators over here for that reason. I may just keep them in the industry zone. So many houses. Okay, cool. We got a bunch of houses up top. All right, we got one whisker. Yeah, that's the problem, is all the material comes over here. And I gotta lug it over. We do need the boards though. Oh yeah, there's some big stuff going on. Alright, so this is the moment of truth, is to see if they use the stairs when they leave work. I'm hoping, like I said, they improve some of the logistics, because I've noticed they'll wait for an elevator. Even if there's 100 of them, they'll all just wait. They won't take stairs if there's an elevator. They have the path all the way over here, though, so... Yep, they're still using stairs. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna leave it exactly like that. Okay, day 80. We got some houses to be built, quite a bit, and we'll continue to remove. Cool about this place up here is we can connect it to this road over here. Maybe I'll get some, I might actually do some, yeah, elevators right here. Oh, we got someone who doesn't have anything to do. All right, they finally mined out the entire world. Oh yeah, that's right, we gotta get this area mined out over here. I think we also need to get up another mining camp. We're a little low on whiskers. All right, the smugglers are here. I have really nothing I want to trade them. Give them some fuel. Get one from fuel. That was not a really good bargain. But whatever. Money is money. Now, the pirates are easy. They just take machinery, and then they bugger off. And we definitely need to get nets. Alright. Netter is just a bunch of planks. And we can really put him anywhere. Honestly, we can put him up top here. Oh, he has the same thing. I hate it when they do this, but it's okay. It's really easy to get around. You just put up this. There you go. Get a netter going. Alright, everybody is optimized except for the flax spinner. I'm not really too worried about the flax spinner. As long as they have flax, you're good. Alright, couple of houses up. Not bad. Kind of important to destroy these houses because we do need planks. Alright, one is homeless. Alright, we don't have too many houses over here now. I don't think we have any. It's all storage. I think maybe I'll leave the one storage room, right? They won't come over here unless they have no choice. So, research light. Okay, research is back on the menu. Let's see. Stone pathing would be smart. Let's do stone pathing. It's back some of our boards and exchange it for cut stone. Oh boy. I'm throwing fuel in here. I should have rejected all. Should only be a place for ores. Yeah, only ores. Right. End of day 80. Perfect. Supply ship is here. I don't want anything from them. I'll take the negative. Keep those taxes low. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of the decorations just for a second. You can see that's all storage. I'm gonna delete both of these houses simply because I want the resources back. Alright, cool. We don't need this fire. Don't need this fire either. No more homes over there. Alright, we got one fire there. And I think we're gonna get another fire over here. Do it. Alright, yeah, this is looking sharp. Whisker ship is here. Can't smell, I'll take them. It gets no negatives from the pollution. Alright, cool. Yeah, we have multiple houses coming up. This is great. We have all the houses that we need for our current pop. We have room for expansion. Pretty easy expansion. This is great. This is exactly where you want to be. We have an enormous amount of flax. Fishers are doing an okay job. You can see we have a lot of fish. Winter is here. We're going to place 2 into the fire tender, get that going. I'm gonna do this. Okay. We're likely gonna just destroy all of this. And get all these resources back. A lot of boards that we could be using for building. Yeah, this is great. So we're getting away from over here. I'm gonna get rid of this bathhouse too. It's probably not like a crazy good idea, but it's all right. Bathing docks, I think, are better suited over here. I'll put one up. All right, yeah, 2 people building. We got nighttime builders to do the trick. Got the capacity for multiple research. I have another educated person somewhere, but it's okay. Got 2 people in the cafe. It's looking sharp. Got plenty of storage room, it looks like. And I think, yeah, I think potentially, I don't mind these like little mini storage things. They're actually spacious, very, very space efficient. They carry 55 per, so you can get 200 in the same area. You know what I mean? This thing, I think media warehouses aren't bad either, though. They do take up space, but they're not bad. Oh yeah, we're making progress now. Everybody has a home. Everybody's got fish. All right, yeah, it looks like the flames are proper. Look at our temps. This area is good. We need to get these 2 guys up ASAP. This should fuel the area here pretty well. And we're getting close, actually. Yep, they're coming out of the zone. Oh, we did it. Okay, so this is an important step. We are now best age. So what we want is hopper. Put the hopper here. Guys here. And now I can delete this. I actually think it's important to do this stuff here. Keep it high. That way if you want to do any kind of expansion later, not too difficult to do. Oh, whoops. I was one off. I already had it all done. Okay. Right here. Ba-boom. And ba-boom. There we go. Now now they don't have to walk it out. Oh, I did one mistake over here though. So, can I redo this just a second? They have no way to get out over here. I realized. Alright. There we go. We got it going on now. All the copper, everything's going to come into here. And then in the logistics here, you empty it. And then he'll empty it out into all those nice little spots. So we have 2 logistical workers trying to do all this work. 5. Rude encounter. Yeah, there's like little stuff, right? Just like little things. Rough and stuffy. Disappointed with housing quality. They want higher tier housing. Higher tier housing is actually maybe something I should have jumped into a little bit faster. The permanent thing, one-time cost. Very good. We can still destroy and replace houses. Still have that option. Okay, but this is great. You can see now we have everything that we need. And we should be focused on now our resources. Coal, copper, all the good stuff. Okay, supply ship is here. We're gonna reject. Yeah, they're getting pissy. That's okay. All right, look at that. You can see everybody moving around. Yeah, this is good. We've basically joined the 2 islands into one major island. All right, the netter. Let's get the netter going. I'd love to get me some nets. A little bit of rope, but we should have the flags. And I think the 3 elevators are actually sufficient. Stone pathing will be a huge boost for us. Well, that's great. A bunch of coal. I love these belts, though. I just love seeing all of that potential, like, inefficiency erased. Nobody walking back resources. Okay, so we haven't even tapped the potential of this area up here. We have enough wood, and we've been spending. What's crazy is we've been spending resources, right? We have 77 fish. We've been spending resources like nobody's business. We're also running out of storage room. I may actually move the logistics team like to a different side. I would love a large warehouse. Can we research large warehouses here? Get mediums. Yeah, we have to go to the next tier to get large. Dang. That's a bit away. Stone row houses are definitely one we should have gone into. There are things like teas, tailoring. There are ways we can make people happy, even just simple things like bathing. Okay. I'm gonna turn on fishing nets. I think that this one dude making nets is like more than enough. Kind of cool to see the underground water areas too. Okay, so we're just gonna, like I said, we're just gonna destroy this one part. I'm gonna leave this area here. We want to reject all empty warehouse. We just need more logistical workers. All right, this is great though. We're keeping up. But this is how I like to make my cities, is these central areas. They're tighter. It's easy to move resources. There we go, we got some nets. You come over here, the stone cutter uses ropes. Let's do ropes. Increase the stone cutter efficiency. The sawmill also uses ropes, so maybe we should care a little bit. Get 2 feet. We need builders. Okay, I want to get 2 people on the rope. Well, let's take a peek, actually. We probably should just get the right person in here. I have a feeling, though, that we don't really need it. The netter's using 3 ropes. Problem with all this is that you actually get to a point where you have too many nets. This is kind of crazy, actually, how efficient this is. Alright. So, the forger hut done a really good job. I can't even get access to some of this stuff back here. Okay, here we go. Bunch of berries. Alright, we'll go for the berries. Alright, we got stone pathing. This is where things start to really shape up for us, because stone pathing is going to give us back planks. We're going to get stone pathing everywhere. Alright, we've gotten a good portion of the stone pathing upgraded. There we go. Alright, even in the mountain, we have stone pathing. We'll keep some of the storage up over here. In the day, that gave us a ton of planks back too. We need them. Get 286 planks back. Alright. Things are looking good. Alright. There we go. Okay. Almost everything is stone now, except for the stairs, but that's okay. Supply ship is here. I think we actually have to accept this because we're just pissing them off too much. Fish is kind of absurd. We need substantially more of everything. Okay. So we are gonna have to keep this. I think this is important. There we go. We need, in my opinion, 2 more warehouses. Everything's getting full. Okay. There we go. Yeah, they are using the stairs here. That's great. I think that the elevator system we have is sufficient. We need to get a few more whiskers. Alright, we're making progress. I'm honestly on the fence about some of the stuff. Just stone. There's a little bit of tin. I'm just gonna let it go. I just want to be done with this place and get the resources back. Okay, there we are. Oh, the same thing over here. It's just stone, really. Okay. There's the 2nd level. The 3rd level. Here you go. Now you have access. Well, they have to kind of walk around a bit. This would actually be a better way to do it. Get rid of this. Bump this out 1, right? You basically, this is your loading zone for 2nd story. And then this is your loading zone for the 3rd. There we go. Okay, in the digs, it's messing with me. Okay, right there. There you go. Then you have your stone pathing. Do it like that. Perfect. We'll do some shrubs. I'm gonna cover up some holes with shrubs. There we go. Okay, not bad. This is just like a little backup storage area. And there we go. Look at that. We got rid of all the stuff over there. Take the small fry. Sitting pretty. We just need to build up. Okay, yeah, so it did block it. This thing did block it. That's why they can't build these. So the ore furnace needs to be replaced. Doesn't say that it's blocked, but that's what's going on here. Okay. There we are. It's weird how I did that, but that's alright. We should be good now. So over in our technological center, we should be researching stone stairs. This actually came together really decently. And I think we have nets. Yep, we got nets in everybody. So you can see we got 1,000 fish. It's winter, it's -10, but we don't care because we have plenty of fuel. Everybody's heated pretty much. Check this out. A couple of weak points. Industry, though, heats itself. There's a couple of weak points, but none of it critical. Except for over here. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel. I think they're okay. He's a warm core. He'll be alright. Oh, yeah. That's a huge missed opportunity. The flame should have gone right here. We'll do that and we'll destroy this guy. But I'll wait. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just have both of them. To be honest. Everybody else is doing grand. The other fire guy's down there. We got this fire right here. Nobody's sick. So plus 139, not bad. Alright, let's come over here. Abolish, Stump, and Eureka. Those are my two. Go with those. Even though we're at 200 wood. Alright, we got a lot of resources. Right, except 382 planks now because we destroyed all that stuff. This is good. I'm happy with having one thing over here. Got some holes in the floor, but that's okay. Bothering me a little bit. Not gonna lie. Other than that, pretty decent. Yeah, the logistic worker is doing fantastic. And we'll get these. Nice, we got one of the warehouses up on the back. They wait for the elevators. It's so weird the way they do that. Oh wow, we got these two backs over here. We got a bunch of. Yeah, they're just filling everything and anything. We just have too much fish. This is what happens in the winter is you end up just storing so much. And I don't think they can plant because it's so hot. This isn't gonna do it. We spent so much cut stone. It's crazy. What the hell? Why are fish being put into the hopper? Because there's nowhere to store them. There's nowhere to store the fish, so... Okay. Well, I take it back. Apparently, I do have to whitelist. Okay. I think for now, we'll just do wood and flax, okay? It's kind of funny. We're walking all the way up there to drop off fish. You see that? See that shit? You see that? This guy's lazy. Well, that means that there's an inefficiency in design. So, I think what we'll do is destroy this. And get an elevator here in its place. Go. So we got the elevator. Now they can come up into the upper storage. That'll be a little bit better for them. Way they don't have to walk all the way over there. Plus 102. I don't know if that's going to mess up everything, but we'll see. They might start doing this instead of going up the stairs. Nope, they're still taking the stairs. You gotta be careful though. You gotta watch them. I see a stone path. There we go. Create that stone path in there. This is cool though. I really like all of this. They're making progress. We have 8,500 stored and they want 15. Take the cheapo. He's gonna keep throwing stuff into here, so that's what I don't like. That's what it does. Whenever that's the one connection between this dock is it throws it into the nearest storage. That's one argument for destroying all this, but he's gonna continue to do it. Oh wow, got a lot of spices. That's okay. They can run and grab those things. The cafe workers. All right, the forager has foraged to his heart's content. I think it's time to retire the forager. Both of them working in other departments. Okay, yeah, so you can see things are finally built back here. So the smoker, we don't have anybody there. Okay. We don't have any. Okay. I'm gonna take one person out of the fisher. Throw him over here. I need to train more fishers. Those stairs are ours. I need a bunch. I just need a bunch of people. And we have no builders. Okay. Well, I'll pull one back. Nice. Got that medium warehouse there. And we got the stairs. The most important thing in the world. It'd be nice if we could upgrade. It's supposed to let you upgrade. It used to, I think. There you go. Big old stones. Stone stairs here too. Alright, day 88. There we go. Stone stairs into those buildings. I think I'll leave the wood over here. It looks pretty bad. And it's only 2 cut stone, so they're not pricey. Place a few more things. I think I'm gonna leave this. I will actually leave this as wood on the upper part, just because I think it kind of looks nice. Turn that. I don't think we need it. Oh, there's a lot of action happening here. Look at this. This elevator is getting quite a bit of action. It's a good one. That was a good location for an elevator. They're all using it. Cool. So now they have another place to store their absurd amount of fish. We have 1,500 fish. They're going to pay all of our taxes in every iteration of this game. All right, we got this going. We need apprentice farmers. Oh, but we're not going to get them. Okay. Well, that's another day, another dollar right there. We don't even have enough workers. If I did have it, but we'll get a little bit of smoked fish going. It's the first day of spring. This is pretty cool. All right, let's come over to our research center. A stone row house would have been smart. A heating stove burns fuel, but has a bigger area. Fabrics is useful. Water pumping and then getting baths is also useful. Bedding, not a bad idea. Makes them a little happier. There's a lot of things you can do. Let's go with the stone houses. That's the cheapest. All right, we got it going on. This is crazy. We got a whisker ship over here. They all suck. Can't smell, I'll take it. Nor it will piss off the person he sleeps with. Weak knees, don't like it. Passionate, I'll take that. 2 I can take. And refuse the rest. We got a lot of people coming today, I think. Tomorrow's tax day. We have almost 10 grand. I think pretty much every storage is full of fish. It's absurd. You know, the logistic hub probably would make more sense coming off an area like this and just stacking storage here. Let's do it like this. Do the logistics hub down here. We can still put in storage. I can destroy this logistics hub and put more storage there. Can't wait for the taxman to come and take all these fish off me though. I think that's, once we get the fish out, we're good. But yeah, we've basically bridged 2 islands. We're utilizing all the mining from one, the agriculture from another. This is the best way to set it up. Okay. Day 90. Getting close to that 100-day challenge. All right. Now they're going to start replaying all the trees. Now, if I would have heated it, I think they would have done a little bit better job. You can see they're hard at work. But we're going to burn through our trees pretty quick, so... Alright, the smuggler's here. Now, there's lots I could trade him. Like planks. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we'll trade some planks. 3 gold for that. We have more room for fish if I wanted to. I don't know if I'll get to it, though. Taxman has cometh. Alright. Oh my god. That's actually insane. I almost paid all of it. Gold. Give some wood. We do have wood. Okay. Oh man. What a relief to get all that out. That was too much. It was way too much. Whisker ship is here. An apprentice who can't smell. Farmer. Exactly what I need. Compassionate, weak, compassionate. We'll take the compassionate, refuse the rest. Yeah, it looks like the tech, they nerfed like how many tech points you can get. Okay, so we'll take the iron and copper. I'll take the medicine tea and soap. Trade it. Alright, we're back in business. And it looks like, geez Louise, they keep coming. Need to get stone. There we go. Okay. Now we got the stone stepping. Down here. I'm gonna remove 2 fields. I think this is a good spot for some stairs. That way these workers can come down here and work. And also, yeah, you can see over here, they're getting access to the steps. Go. Yeah, it's nice when a build comes together like this. Okay, we're in business now. Day 91. There we go. Add a few decorations. Nice, we got the stone row houses. That upgraded, there we go. But yeah, I mean, I could destroy a house and then replace it. See what happens. Alright, we got 2 homeless. We had like exactly enough houses then. That will give... Yeah, that's not bad. It's a bit of cut stone, as you can see, 21. So we'll need to replenish our cut stone. Perfect. Alright, I think we got... Yeah, there we go. We got the apprentice. Oh, teacher. Okay. Yeah, I think one of these going at 420, 150. I think that's good. We should start seeing a bunch of cooked fish, and we are. Okay, cool. And they're putting it over here. That's going to help out tremendously. And we'll just start replacing houses one at a time, but this is great. If we need more fuel, I can get that going as well. And we got it going on now. This is how you set up automation, though. And do not discount fish. I'm telling you, fish are where it's at. Make sure that you get to nets. Let's get some more bathing docks. We haven't had one whisker perish in this playthrough either, which is pretty crazy. Getting better. It looks like we're doing okay over here. Getting more stone. We have 709. We got ropes coming into the stone cutter and the sawmill. Up top, they need scissors. I don't really care about increasing their production because it's already too high. You can see over here we have 8 rope, 23 nets. I think we're at a perfect place. Okay, we got the logistic hub there and here. Fire everyone there. Okay, get 2 more storage. Placement blocked. How the hell did that happen? There we go. Yeah, we'll get 2 more storage up there. That's going to help out tremendously. Are they coming over here to eat? I feel like they're not. All right, 3 food, 8 food. Yeah, they should all be coming here. All right, technology. The wheat cultivation, the mill, all those things are great. Bread is great. I prefer smoked fish, to be honest. But soup kitchens, all that jazz, pretty darn good. And yeah, I know whiskers. It's best to make a varied amount of food because every whisker has a favorite food. So you can get even more influence if you do it all. Alright, we maxed out approval. We did get 1 house up. We'll just remove one house at a time. So let's do 2 at a time. Speed this up a bit, right? Not that we even need to, as you saw, because I maxed out everything. So, research and tree stumps. That's a good one. I mean, we could build the other building. Taxman is cometh. And I'll give him coal this time. Gold. Alright. Now, one of the main reasons that you want to pay your max taxes at the later stage of the game is simply to get iron ingots, to be honest. It makes it really easy to level up. Alright, we're going to take none of it. Okay. Yeah, wind chime. So you can see he wants to give me the worst of the worst. So we're going to look for our iron and copper bar setups like this. These are the best. Just a really good way to get materials. Okay. Apprentice diligent. Don't want any more apprentice. Perfectionist diligent. That's an interesting one. It negates the... It's actually kind of cool. I'll take it. I don't think I've ever seen one like that. So he doesn't get the bonus because he gets a negative, but he is a little faster. Interesting. I'm just going to take the 1. Means I'm also going to need another house. We'll just get 2 houses up over here. Hopefully that will work out. It should be built pretty quick. Got 5 whiskers who are builders. Getting low on fuel, but I feel like the smoked fish are helping out. 78 smoked fish, holy cow. Whisker ships here. Refuse the rest. Alright, we got 3 bathhouse now. I think that's also helping out. Sitting pretty at a little over 60 whiskers. You could definitely take this even further, but you need to expand. We have 419 boards. We can start trading boards for gold ingots. There's a lot you can do. But you really only need the 1. You really only need 1 of everything. It's only when you are trying to do a bunch of stuff at once that start hitting resource bottlenecks. So you don't want to be able to go too crazy. The only thing you might want to go a little crazy on is the charcoal furnace. Fuel. Yeah, fuel could be an issue. I'll just put 1 person in there for now so we don't overdo that too. And we got 3 people in the logistics. We're doing great. Oh crap. I just realized the winter is over. Take out all the people with the fires. I think I've had those fires going for a little bit of time now. Alright, yeah, Eureka moments. Getting that tech. Now what do we want? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need bronze. We gotta get bronze smelting. I don't think I'll get to bronze in this playthrough, but that would be the step you take. Now, if you want to dial these in even more, what you do is you say, hey, only fish can be stored here. That way he's just walking straight here to get the fish. It's actually the way to do it. So, reject all. This is one where I would say you do this. And you set a minimum. Let's say 30 fish here, right? So that's what we want. And then the rest of these guys, you can see they're just chock full of stuff. Then you have an output, and you say, hey, reject everything. Only thing you can store here is smoked fish. I don't put quotas on this, though, because you want them to be able to move the fish out. But this is how you would do it. That's how you dial that in. The same with ore furnace, like you need fuel, so you say, hey, bring a little bit of fuel here. Those are ways you can really increase your production. Because this is one part of it, right? Production speed. But they don't produce when they're moving goods. So, yeah, you could take this to an extreme. And that's why I was showing you guys how to set this up. So essentially over here, pretty much the same thing. Reject everything but logs. Say, hey, I want 20 logs stored here. This sawmill's going at all times. Over here, the second guy, logistics, reject all. I want stone stored here at 20, right? That way this stone cutter down here, he doesn't have to walk out. And that one's actually a good one to do, because you can see that there is definitely something to be gained from the efficiency department there. And the same over here. Logistics, right? Reject. Oops, wrong guy. Oh, yeah, smoke fish only. This guy over here, Reject all. We want logs. I want 20 logs here so that these charcoal furnaces just have to walk over here to get logs. So we'll set all that up now, and we'll get a whole logistics team. We got 6 now. So they're going to be running, and they're going to be dialing these guys in. And then up here, we got the netter. Well, the netter needs ropes. And the flax spinner needs flax. So the dude right outside the storage shed that I put there, you're going to hit reject all. You're going to turn the flax on. You're going to set the quota to 20 flax. And that's all she wrote. That's how you do it. It's that simple. That's why we set those up. That's how you dial it in. Beautiful day. Let's overtime the logistical hubs. And let's come over to our gent over here. And let's see what we can do here. Because we do have some services. So we got rid of the management office. Civic office would be nice. I used to be able to get like these technologies from the claw. But the claw is no longer cool. So we're no longer cool. Alright. Research lab, 3 stumps. I'm gonna abolish this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go back into making trinkets. We got a lot of spare approval. We're doing nothing with it. Okay, it looks like we actually are moving everything perfectly, so that's good. 98, almost maxed out. Cool. Okay, so now you can see here we got fish. Eventually, this will all be moved out. It'll be smoked fish only. Eventually, this. You can see the flax is being pulled into there now. And you can see things are being pulled. There's wood. Okay, yeah, things are moving along. And having a ton of logistical workers will do that for us. So the main kicker over here is empty. This is empty warehouse. This is a warehouse that's empty. So these are your points, right? You could just run it into one warehouse and do it that way. I kind of like to have the differentiation, especially too because it allowed me to make some improvements to the inside. But everything is pretty darn good. Now, I didn't even get into underground mushroom farming, and because you can make a stew between the fish and the mushrooms. You can make a skewer. Way better. It's a higher tier. That's what you should be aiming for. But it's really easy too if you use elevators to get the perfect conditions for growing mushrooms in a small footprint. But we don't need it, to be quite honest. We have trees at the wazoo. We have food at the wazoo. We're smoking fish. You can see 95 smoked fish, so we're keeping up with everything over here. I have not made any more copper bars because I'm saving my copper ore to be combined with the tin to make a bronze. And over here we don't have enough cut stone, so cut stone is the major thing we need, so let's overtime that. We're at 710% production speed just simply because of how awesome we are. But that's still not sufficient. And so we need to get that cut stone to get people in houses. Looks like we got 2 houses over here about to pop up. Pretty nice. They just need to finish building. And our fish reserves are through the roof with the sales, the tax collector coming tomorrow. And these guys up here are pretty much empty. That's pretty sweet. We got layers of this, just full of stone. This guy over here got everything in the world. He's got 100 gears. Crazy. Yeah, look at all the trinkets being made. Holy cow. We're burning through that approval. This is beautiful though, because those trinkets are great for selling. I like to use it situationally like this, where you find yourself like, okay, I got all this approval. I don't want to recruit any more whiskers at the moment. Let's, burn it all on making trinkets. All right, things are looking up for us. Getting that stone crafted. Day 95 plus 212, not bad. Yeah, so remember what I said, don't make everybody an apprentice. It increases their needs, which decreases your ability to get approval easily. This is, as you can see, a much cleaner gameplay than my last one. All right, we're doing well over here. I like the decorations over here. I'm gonna make it pretty. It's kind of cool making it pretty over here. Getting rid of all the battle scars, right? There we go. We'll get that up. There we go. We took out all that stuff we mined out over there and prettied it up. Bathing dock. Yeah, it's kind of cool. There's a lot to do. A lot to prettify. Smugglers are here. Planks, for sure. Smoked fish, for sure. Medicine, soap. Planks again. Okay. I feel like 8 is good. Yeah, there we go. We got 8. Okay, that's what we're gonna do over here. We're gonna get the trees. Tax collector. Every fish I've ever had. 89 trinkets. A cup of gold. We got some copper ore I could sell. There we go. Biggest shipment, and we're going to use that to get iron ingots. And then over here, pretty much the same thing. Just, you know, start pulling in the decorations. There we go. Start making it look pretty. We got this whole ugly area over here. I'm going to just fill it with flowers. Alright. Let's re-roll until we get what we want. Now I'm looking for E10 stone. This is a good one, actually. We got a lot of the things we wanted. Alright, cool. We got the flowers. What's kind of interesting, too, is if you look at this, you can actually put flowers in between the docks. And I don't know if that helps anything, but it does look pretty. There we go. Now we got decorations there. I don't know why this is funny to me, but you can put trees on top of all your fishers. So you can make yourself a little high-rise. This is actually kind of cool. Like a green city, right? I don't plan on putting anything there. That looks neat. That looks kind of cool. Oh, that's a way. It is a way to kind of take away from all of the warehousey look, right? Like the forest and the skies kind of thing. All right, plus 13. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually really digging this. This looks cool. And I think I can put trees up top here, but I think what we're gonna do is put flowers on the tops. Go, little flower gardens. This is what I do with all the excess planks I have instead of paying taxes. Go. Oh, this is kind of cool. Yeah, on top of these guys, put flowers as well. Right. Like that. Supply ship. We're gonna reject him. Kind of feel like I should. Okay, so the one thing I wanted to do over here in this area, I really wanted to do, was get insane amount. Yeah, we're gonna get 3. Right, 3 more elevators there. We're gonna pop that up. Okay. That way, if people need to come up here, they can do so. Also keeps the consistency. There we go. Okay. Our tree-topia is awesome. Go. Trees on top. I don't know if it helps with any of the pollution, but I do like the look. It's actually kind of interesting. It's a really interesting way to cover up everything and just make it look more like a cool city. Oh, but we spent so much resources. Okay, and then the house, we're gonna just do a bunch of brick houses here. I need more. I need more planks so I can build beautiful trees. Go trees down there. All right, look at that. It is pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. I think it looks kind of cool. Like a forest city. I'm gonna leave this guy over here alone. But yeah, we've prettied up a lot of it. Whisker ship's leaving. That's okay. Refuse them all. How many friggin' trees we're growing over here? Yeah, we did great. Everything's still moving. I like the fish docks. They look good. Got all... Look at this massive freaking little area over here with the elevators. Plus 231. Not bad. But that's one way to cover up the look of everything. Ooh, we missed you. How did we miss you? Here we go. Pirates have come. We got like 100 billion machinery. I'm just gonna give him that. I still have so many resources. I'm just like, what do I do? All right, we're making a tree line over here. It's gonna cost a fortune, but it's gonna look great. There we go. Tree line. These guys I like to leave alone. I mean, they look good enough as is. The forest city is definitely cool. A little hard to click on things. Make sure you set it all up before you turn it into a forest city. But yeah, no, it's kind of cool to put the trees on top like that. They allow you to do those things. So, boom. get you over here. Once I get the logistics set up, you don't need to click on this stuff anymore. So we got it all set. Kind of feel like the pollution's going down. I don't know. Be up there. It's not. It'd be funny if it worked that way. All right, let's get some decorations on the side here. Big fan of the queen. I'm not going to expand it any further than this, so we're going to make it pretty. Go. Here we go. Not bad. Over there. Perfect, man. Look at that. Again, we're going to reject supplies. All right, another whisker ship. I'm going to refuse it for the time being. Realize we had some more decorations we can do. Now, it's kind of crazy is I think you could fill in the fronts and they can still fish. All right, plus 250, not bad. I think smoked fish is definitely helping out there. All right. We don't really actually have much. I can trade him. Go. Get 1 bar from him. Go. Yeah, he wants money. I don't blame him. Money is cool. Give him a gold bar. Wood. There we go. Large shipment it is. I'm gonna put 1 whisker into this building simply because it's driving me crazy. I hate seeing the no whisker symbol. Probably get 1 person in the ore furnace. Alright, I'm just gonna take the stupid plank things that stop coming up. Machinery and stuff. Machinery is so easy to get. Whisker ship reject all. Yeah, you can see we're burning through the approval and then trinkets. Probably stop that. No more trinkets. And construction speed doubled. Everybody over here is doing great. A bit of pollution on the back side over here, but overall it's fantastic. We actually have too much over here. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna pull back. Or no, we'll leave you. I'm gonna pull back 1 worker here. No apprentice here. Okay. All right. We're gonna do it like that. Okay, perfect. Rid of all the no mouse zones. Perfect. All right, we did it. Day 100 has begun. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much for watching. So this is the strategies you can use to have a very successful colony. Basically just use the beginning strategy of harvesting resources for selling and then focus on fish. Seriously, fish. Everything is about fish. As long as you have everyone of the same farmer guild, you're going to hit your max production speed. They don't all need to be artisans or craft masters. It doesn't increase any of the efficiencies. That's been confirmed by the dev. Those have been confirmed by me just kind of looking more into it. So you're going to see these production speeds go up when everybody's there based on what, foods they have. But yeah, a lot of good stuff. Everyone have a good rest of your day. Special shout out to my patrons and the members. Everybody who watches. Have a good one.